Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week here on MyBasin.com. Tonight, coming to you live from Mazama High School. It is Valhalla Court as the hometown Vikings take on the Klamath Union Pelicans. My name is Josh Eldridge. Glad to be with you on this fine Friday night. It is Valentine's Day in the Klamath Basin, but there is no love lost between the Pelicans and the Vikings. This is the third time these teams have matched up this season. The Pelicans took each of the first two meetings. We'll talk about those first two games, as well as the seasons as a whole that each of these two teams have had, as we are in the final third of Skyline Conference play. The playoff picture is becoming more clear, and the Pelicans, although they're in third, still a chance to move up and get a guaranteed postseason spot out of the Skyline Conference. We'll talk about all that stuff. Get ready with starting lineups and tip-off as your pregame coverage continues from Mazama at the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Welcome back inside the gym at Mazama High School, ready for the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com as the Pelicans invade Valhalla Court to take on the Vikings. And for the Pelicans, who are 4-5 right now in conference play, as we'll take a look at the Skyline Conference standings as they are right now, Henley leads the pack, and no surprise there. They are the number one ranked team in the state, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a better team around than those Henley Hornets. Right now, 8-0 in Skyline Conference play. The Phoenix Pirates are 6-3, a couple of games back behind them. Then you've got the Pelicans, who are 4-5, Hidden Valley, who is 3-5, and the winless Vikings, who are 0-8. Now for Klamath Union, yes, they are a couple of games out of the race right now. 2 games out of the race, to be precise, with 4 games left. So they've got to win out and hope that the Pirates lose out coming down the stretch for the Pelicans. As we take a look at the season so far for Klamath Union, like I said, 4-5 in league play, a couple of wins against the Vikings, but most importantly, against those Phoenix Pirates who are ahead of them in the standings. 2 losses to those Pirates, one back on January 31st and another back on January 21st. They will play one more time for the season finale, and so an opportunity for Klamath Union starting tonight against Mazama, then Tuesday against Hidden Valley to try to climb out and clinch that second place spot out of the Skyline Conference. It is the only other guaranteed playoff spot out of the conference. Top 2 teams make it. The third would have to play in, so even if the Pelicans do come up a little bit short, they'll still have a postseason opportunity opportunity so long as they win tonight and win on Tuesday against Hidden Valley. For Mazama, well, they are eliminated from postseason contention. They are 1-18, 0-8 overall this season. They are still, of course, looking for their first conference win. Their only win of the season came on January 25th against Lapine, a 3A team. They won that one 52-44. Since then, have lost 3 straight. Now, a couple of these Skyline Conference games have been close for Mazama. I look back to a date 2 weeks ago just about against Hidden Valley. They only lost that game by 5 points. Last time these two teams played, Klamath Union and Mazama, it was the Vikings who lost by 11, which at the time was their closest margin of defeat in the Skyline Conference. And for a team that feels like they're playing better basketball down here on the stretch, getting a game out in front of a league rival and a cross-town rival, I think these Vikings are going to get up and be ready for the challenge. Meantime, for Klamath Union, they are losers of 3 of their last 5 games, dating back to the last time they played Mazama, which was a win. They picked up 3 consecutive losses against Henley twice and Phoenix before coming back earlier this week in their most previous game and defeating Hidden Valley 46-40. This is the only game going on in the Skyline Conference tonight, but far from the only basketball in the Basin. As we take a look at teams playing at home, Lost River is hosting Trinity Lutheran tonight. That game is getting started here fairly soon. Bonanza is on the road. They are playing Oak Ridge tonight. And down in the 1A classification, it's Cross Point Christian, who is in progress on the road right now at North Lake Paisley Charter. We'll try to keep updated on some of those scores, although the high school ones a little bit tougher to get to. But the one thing that we do know is going on tonight, the Oregon Tech Lady and Hustlin' Owls on the road at LC State this evening. We'll continue with score updates as we continue. Right now, LC State leads Tech 24-12 in the second quarter. We've got our call for the national anthem, though, so we'll step aside, and when we come back, it's starting lineups and tip on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Just about ready for tip-off tonight between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Mazama Vikings. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting lineups first for the visiting Pelicans. Starting a senior, number 5, Andy Harmon. A senior, number 11, Jasmine Wilson. A junior, number 12, Bella Armijo. A senior, number 21, Farah Zumwalt. And a sophomore, number 23, Lisette Wata. The Pelicans are coached by John Nahar. And now the starters for the Mazama Vikings. A junior, number 3, Armida Kirkpatrick. A senior, number 10, Addison Byington. A senior, number 12, London O'Brien. A senior, number 20, Maida Lee. And a sophomore, number 32, Leah Hernandez. The Vikings are coached by Mindy Holbrook. And we are off and running. It's the Vikings who control the opening tip tonight. A team that likes to play along the perimeter. In fact, Offen will shoot the three-pointer, turns the ball over early into the hands of Lisette Wata. She takes it all the way into the paint, uses the glass but can't finish, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Pelicans. It's pink out night here at Mazama High School. All the cheerleaders for both teams have got pink in their uniforms, the pink pom-poms for both squads, and it's a great night for it. Quick inbound pass and a quick score for Bella Armijo puts the Pelicans on the board. With 7:36 to go in the first quarter, they lead 2-0. Here's Leah Hernandez, runs the point guard for the Vikings. Now to the hands of Armida Kirkpatrick, tries to get it underneath to Lee. The ball's poked free, but Lee recollects. Lee bounces it in the corner, now to Hernandez. Lee cutting to the rim, but they decide to kick it out to Byington. Now to the hands of O'Brien, straight away. Here's Hernandez. She likes to shoot the triple. That time passes on it. Gives it up to Lee. Lee drives inside and gets fouled on the shot. Maida Lee will shoot free throws. Foul is charged to Lisette Wata. That will be her first and the team's first. Still 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Like I said, last time out for the Vikings, it was a game against Phoenix in which they lost back on Wednesday 52-35. That was their third consecutive loss in a row. And again, still looking for their first league win. Lee missed her first free throw. She's earned a second. And she misses that one. Rebounded to the hands of Lisette Wata. She crosses the timeline for the girls in red. Pass comes on the near side to Zumwalt. Vikings in a 2-3 zone defense. Pass comes inside underneath to Armijo. She misses the lay-in. The Pels get the rebound. Lisette Wata fouled going back up. And so she will shoot free throws. Long list of Watas have played at Klamath Union High School. In fact, Grafton Wata, member of the guys team. A lot of great players have come through the halls at Pell Court. Last time these two teams squared off was Lisette Wata, who was tied for the team lead in points scored with 9. She also added 3 rebounds and 3 steals in that effort. Missed her first free throw, but a second one on the way, and that one is good. So Klamath Union leads now 3-0 with 6:54 to go in the first quarter. Pass goes to Armida Kirkpatrick on the wing. Kirkpatrick puts it on the deck, tries to drive in, puts a shot up that won't go. Rebound goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Andy Harmon, and so the Vikings will keep it on their side of the floor. It'll be Leah Hernandez to inbound. Guarded by Harmon on the inbound, gets it to Lee. Lee is blocked from behind. That was Jasmine Wilson who got a hand on that shot. Here come the Pelicans the other way, and, well, it's the Vikings who take it right back. Maida Lee with the steal. Now it's London O'Brien who brings it up for the Vikings. Pass comes to Hernandez on the near side. Leah Hernandez tries to drive the left side, goes in and gets fouled. I believe that foul was on the floor. And no, they're going to say that Hernandez was in the motion of shooting. Nope, the near official who made the call is actually going to say no, it was on the floor. It was the other official who thought it was free throws, but it will just be an inbound pass. As the the Pelicans now have 2 team fouls, 6.5 to go in the first. Quick inbound pass to O'Brien on the block. She dribbles it back out beyond the arc. London O'Brien, she throws it to Armida Kirkpatrick, guarded beyond the arc by Andy Harmon. Pass comes interior to Byington. Loses it on the dribble. Ball goes out of bounds, but it was last touched by the Pels. Vikings keep it. 22 seconds on the shot clock. And Klamath Union leads 3-0. Leah Hernandez to inbound, again guarded by Harmon. Looking for Kirkpatrick, instead finds O'Brien for a mid-range jumper that's good. London O'Brien gets the Vikings' first points of the night. They still trail 3-2. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wilson gets a pass underneath to Armijo. Strong take. Her shot's no good, but Andy Harmon is there for the putback, and the Pelicans regain a 3-point advantage, up 5-2. Here's London O'Brien. Throws it to Hernandez. Foot on the line. A long 2 is good. Nice shot there by Leah Hernandez. An inch further back, and it would have been a triple, but she does bring her team back within 1. Pass goes on the far side to Wilson. Wilson guarded loosely by Lee beyond the arc. Pass goes on the inside, fouled and one. Lisette Wata scores through the contact, and she's earned some free throws. She's 1 for 2 at the line so far, and her only other trip as a sub comes in for Mazama. It'll be Reagan Holbrook, the freshman. Wata at the line. Her one free throw is going to bounce around the rim. It won't go, but Andy Harmon poked it right back up and in. You'll take that. Another the first 4-point possession really for KU there as they're up 9-4 with 5:16 to go in the first quarter. Hernandez hands it off to Kirkpatrick, gets around her defender, kicks it to O'Brien. From distance, it won't connect. And it's Jasmine Wilson who picked up the loose ball. Here come the Pelicans. Pass ahead to Wata, has it on the perimeter, fires a triple that's wide right. Ball saved from going out of bounds, now to the hands of Farah Zumwalt, throws it to Wilson, who chucks up a three, but not before she travels. A turnover will give the Vikings the ball as Anissa Jimenez checks in for Jasmine Wilson. We've got a timeout called by Coach Mindy Holbrook. Will take it with her. The Vikings trail 9-4 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. Back with you. First quarter continues. 9-4 the score with the Pelicans leading the Vikings. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. It is the first of 2 games tonight from Valhalla Court. Of course, the varsity guys set to go at it after the conclusion of this one. But still plenty of basketball in front of us for this girls' contest. Again, last time these two teams played, just an 11-point decision. Coach John Nahar said to me before the game today for Klamath Union that feels like his team didn't quite play as well as they could have last time they played the Vikings. And he's hoping for a better showing tonight. Even though they got the win, he's looking for more from his ball club. As the Vikings inbound, it's London O'Brien with it. She drives to the left a little bit, brings it back around top of the key. Right-hand dribble, throws it to Hernandez on the far side. Leah Hernandez now with the left hand, guarded by Anissa Jimenez. Gets rid of it to O'Brien. Tries to split up the defense, loses the dribble. As was poked out by Farah Zumwalt. The Vikings will maintain possession with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound pass goes to Leah Hernandez. A wild three is off the mark. It is Armida Kirkpatrick who gets the loose ball, and she gets fouled. They're going to charge the foul to Anissa Jimenez. That's her first and the team's third. So the Vikings will inbound once more. This time it'll be Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick looks top of the key to O'Brien. Throws it to Hernandez on the wing. Going to take a Lee screen left. Now it's in the hands of Holbrook. Holbrook throws it to O'Brien. She thought about a triple. Gives it up to Maida Lee. Lee terminates the dribble on the wing. Now to the hands of O'Brien. Has a lane on the left side. Gets rid of it again to Lee. Top of the key. 15 to shoot for the Vikings. Lee, quick one-step dribble. Gets rid of it to Kirkpatrick in the corner. Kirkpatrick trapped. Now O'Brien with 6. O'Brien now with 5. Driving inside. Loses it into the corner with 2. She's got to get a shot up. It's a high-arcing triple that misses. Should have been a shot clock violation. It never hit the rim. Just a shot off the glass. Regardless, it would have been KU ball. Here they have it. It's Lisette Wata with it. Top of the key. Now into the hands of Zumwalt. Zumwalt against Kirkpatrick. Again, the Vikings in a 2-3 zone. Now it's Anissa Jimenez. Pass goes into the corner. Now underneath. Ball goes out of bounds off a shot from Isabella Armijo, and it should be Vikings ball. 3:37 to go in the first, and it's Klamath Union 9, Mazama 4. London O'Brien walks it up for the Vikes. Screen left, O'Brien keeps it. Bounces it to Hernandez. She has trouble with the pass, but Lee picks it up, gives it back to Hernandez. Pass comes to Holbrook, then Hernandez gets it back. Guarded by Zumwalt. Hernandez barrels her way through. She's going to charge in against Anissa Jimenez, who stood tall and took the contact. Charge the foul to Hernandez, her first, and that evens the foul count at 3 apiece. Pelicans will have it away from the basket. It'll be Farah Zumwalt who walks the ball up the floor for the Pels. Pass goes to Jimenez. Jimenez zips the pass in the corner to Zumwalt. Unguarded from range, she can't hit. The ball goes out of bounds. Vikings ball. Sub in for the Vikings. That looks like Kaylin Davis, the senior, standing 5'6", in for Mazama. She'll be the one to inbound and gets it to O'Brien. Farah Zumwalt meets O'Brien at half court. O'Brien takes a screen left and bounces it to Hernandez. Now to the hands of Maida Lee. Lee tries to drive right, and a blocking foul will be called, I believe, against Andy Harmon. No, they're actually going to say that was Isabella Armijo who stuck her hip out there to block the offensive player. Kaylin Davis now to inbound at the baseline with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Pelicans leading by 5. Inbound pass rolled to O'Brien, poked out of bounds by Lisette Wata. Who's got it? The officials looking at each other for the call, and they decide it'll be Vikings ball. There's a couple of subs in for Klamath Union. We'll see. I believe that's Leah Segura out there. And I want to say Jasmine Wilson checked back in. Inbound pass, top of the key to Maida Lee. Now it's Davis. Davis plants her feet, passes inside to Lee, on the block. Lee throws up a right hook shot, doesn't go. Lisette Wata battles for the rebound. Here come the Pelicans, up by 5. Wata herself with 3 points right now. Pass goes on the inside to Segura. Fires up a 3, does Wata. That doesn't connect. Now here's London O'Brien. Tries to race all the way home. She's fouled on the shot, so London O'Brien will shoot free throws. A transfer this year from 3A Warrenton, along with her dad, the athletic director, Ian O'Brien. First year here at Mazama High School. London O'Brien also played volleyball for the Mazama Vikings. Here she shoots free throws and makes her first. Sub in for Mazama, Leah Hernandez to the bench, Armida Kirkpatrick in. And another free throw pending for London O'Brien. That shot off the mark, and Andy Harmon picks up the miss. And she'll be the one to bring it up for the Pelicans. Crosses half court, gives it to Jimenez, thought about a triple, pass in the corner to Wilson. She'll try a 3. That doesn't go. Rebound is picked up, put back up, and shot no good from Segura, and the Vikings clean up the miss. Here's London O'Brien racing ahead. Pass comes to Kirkpatrick. 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Klamath Union leads 9-5. Shot up from Lee on the block, doesn't go, and Andy Harmon with the rebound. Gives it ahead to Wilson, and she'll bring it up for the Pels. Wilson with a waist-high right-hand dribble. Throws it in the corner to Lisette Wata. She drives, puts up a right-hand floater, doesn't go. Andy Harmon is there for the putback. Done that a couple times now. Andy Harmon good on the glass. She's got 6 points, and her team leads by 6 with 1:22 to go in the first quarter. London O'Brien drives in, tries to kick it to Davis in the corner. Bit of a miscommunication, but Davis does collect. Now here's Lee. Lee in the paint, right-handed hook shot, hangs on the rim and falls. Maida Lee with her first points of the night. Brings the Vikings back within 4, 11-7 with 1 minute to go. Here's Anissa Jimenez. Passes it in the corner to Wilson. Tries a triple, no. Rebound picked up by Wata. Through 2 Vikings. She's backing down Kirkpatrick and scores. Now, pardon me, that was Davis on the defense. Regardless, 2 points for Lisette Wata. Klamath Union back out in front by 6 with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. O'Brien passes to Davis. Davis now to Lee. Lee against Harmon. Brings it around the arc. Now out to O'Brien. A shot from way downtown is good. London O'Brien with a triple. It's 13-10. Klamath Union leads. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Jasmine Wilson. Wilson spins around to her right, gets rid of it to Wata. The Pelicans, with the shot clock off, could take the final shot of the period. Anissa Jimenez has it now on the far side. Jimenez gets it to Wata now with 9 seconds. Wata drives inside to the arc, stops there, kicks it outside to Wilson, dumps it underneath to Segura now with 2. Segura, turnaround, off the glass, no. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Klamath Union leads 13-10 against Mazama as we continue the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
After a quarter of play from Mazama, it's the Pelicans who lead the Vikings 13-10. Andy Harmon paces Klamath Union with 6 points right now. For Mazama, London O'Brien has the same as we get ready for the second quarter of play. And it'll be Klamath Union who starts with the ball on the far side of the floor. And Anissa Jimenez inbounds to Jasmine Wilson, and here we go. Wilson passes it to Wata on the near wing, gets it back to Wilson. Wilson now has it top of the key, floats a pass into Harmon, kicks it back out to Jimenez. Jimenez skip pass underneath to Wilson. Strong take and score for Jasmine Wilson. Nice bucket for her first 2 points of the night. Gives Klamath Union a 5-point lead. 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Here's London O'Brien. Almost lost it on the dribble. Takes a screen right. Tries to pass inside. Tipped away by Harmon, but she gets it back. Here's Reagan Holbrook for a long, high arcing 2. Won't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Leah Segura. And so it'll be the Vikings who maintain possession as Maida Lee checks out and Leah Hernandez checks in. Armida Kirkpatrick to inbound for the Vikings. Looks in the near corner to Davis. Now Holbrook. Holbrook to Kirkpatrick off a screen in the corner. Her triple is too strong. And it's Jasmine Wilson who picks up the loose ball. Pass ahead to Lisette Wata. Backing down Hernandez. Back out to Wilson. Segura gets it back. Now Wata in the corner for 3. Can't hit the shot. And Hernandez with the rebound. Good passing there by the Pelicans. Just couldn't hit that open look. But I think they'll continue to look for that shot in the corner. Here's London O'Brien now for the Vikings. Bounce pass to Reagan Holbrook. Holbrook takes a Hernandez screen right. Lisette Wata does a nice job of defending it, pokes it free, but the Vikings maintain possession. Got a few subs now in for Klamath Union. Farrah Zumwalt checks in, Araya Miller checks in, along with Isabella Armijo for Klamath Union. Here's London O'Brien. Has it now Hernandez. Now Kirkpatrick with it, top of the key. Klamath Union playing a bit of zone defense themselves. Pass intended for London O'Brien is tipped away by Harmon. Now with 8 seconds on the shot clock, the Vikings will inbound once more. Shot clock this season hasn't been friendly to the Vikings. We'll see if they're able to get a shot off in now 7 seconds. Now 6. Hernandez drives inside. Now with 3. They've got to get a shot off. Here's O'Brien. Shoots one from way downtown. Can't hit. Lisette Wata with the long rebound. Races ahead for the Pelicans. Stops top of the key, throws it to Zumwalt. The pass is a wild one into the hands of Kaylin Davis. Vikings with the turnover. Now it's O'Brien coming the other way. Pass goes to Kirkpatrick. She tries a triple. Leaves it short. Rebound picked up by the Pelicans. Flying in there was Armijo. Armijo lofts a pass into Harmon. Kicks it outside to Miller for a long 2. That doesn't connect. And Leah Hernandez battles for the rebound, has it now on the baseline, loses the dribble in transition, but now it's London O'Brien. 5:50 to go in the second quarter, and still a 5-point contest with Klamath Union in front. Here's London O'Brien, bounces it outside to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick drives the right block, tripped up by 2 Pelicans and ripped away by Armijo. Now to the hands of Wata in transition, blocked by Hernandez. Great defense being played by both teams here in the second quarter. And the Pelicans will maintain possession. Sub in for KU. It's going to be Jasmine Wilson. And I want to say someone came in for Mazama as well. Yes, Leah Hernandez and Addie Byington have checked back in. Here's Miller to inbound. Miller gets it quickly to Wilson, around one defender, throws it to Harmon, who can't corral the pass, goes out of bounds, and the Vikings take it as Maida Lee ready to check in for London O'Brien. We'll also see Holbrook back out there. Holbrook will check in for Kirkpatrick and inbound along with it. 5:31 to go before halftime, still 15-10 with Klamath Union in front of Mazama. Leah Hernandez walks it up the floor. She's met at half court by Wilson. Drives all the way into the right corner. Now goes baseline. Her shot rejected at the rim by Zumwalt. Farrah Zumwalt now with the ball. Lost it ahead to Harmon. Too much on that pass as Davis takes it away. Now it'll be Maida Lee as the Vikings get a chance to walk it up the floor. Addie Byington goes across half court. Byington takes a screen right, throws it to Lee, top of the key. She thought about a triple. Instead puts it on the deck. Drives in. Has it knocked away again by Zumwalt. Outlet pass in front to Miller. Her layup is in. We'll have timeout called by Mindy Holbrook. Got to talk this one over. Her team trails 17-10. 4:50 to go in the second quarter in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
17-10 our score. The Klamath Union Pelicans lead the Mazama Vikings in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. 4:50 to go in the second quarter. It was Coach Mindy Holbrook who called timeout. We were scoreless for a decent portion of this quarter before finally, I believe it was Klamath Union who was able to get some points up on the board there. As the Vikings have the basketball here. Leah Hernandez takes a screen to her left. Now dumps it off to Reagan Holbrook. Now it's Byington. Dumps it underneath to Maida Lee. She's beyond the arc. Lee now to Byington. Byington with 15 seconds. Kicks it to Lee. Had a shot from distance. Pump fakes. Decides to drive in for a right-handed floater. It's too strong. And the rebound is picked up by Bella Armijo. She brings it up. Passes it in the corner to Miller. She kicks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball across the way. 4:17 to go before halftime. Mazama trailing by 7. Leah Hernandez with it. She'll walk across half court for the Vikings. Met there by Zumwalt. Takes it into the far corner. Tries to drive baseline with it. Hernandez backs back out. Gives it to Davis. Now Holbrook back to Davis. Unloads a pass to Byington. Left extended arc. Tries to drive right with it. Gets around the defender. All the way in. Byington gets fouled. She'll shoot a pair. Almost finished through contact. But Addison Byington will shoot 2 free throws. Granddaughter of one of the Mazama greats, Mr. Dan Fast, the very first boys basketball coach at Mazama, Mr. Dan Fast, back in 1977. Also coached with Danny Miles up at Oregon Tech. He coached at Lost River. Still listed as an assistant coach for these Vikings, even to this day, as Addie Byington makes her first free throw. Dan Fast, also the director of the big Mazama track meet. It's held every year along with Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty. Be coming up this spring. Perfect trip to the line for Addison Byington. Brings Mazama back within 5 as Klamath Union tries to answer. They almost turn it over, and in fact they do. Mazama almost gave it right back. Here's Maida Lee. Lee has it at half court, gets it to O'Brien, but an errant pass goes out of bounds, and the Pelicans get it back. 3:32 to go in the second quarter. Pelicans looking to extend a 5-point lead. Quick pass into Jasmine Wilson. Unguarded mid-range, rattles home. Wilson now with 4 points. Her team back out in front by 7. And here's London O'Brien into the front court for the Vikings. Pass comes near side to Byington. Triggers a 3. Can't hit. Rebound picked up by Wilson, and she gives it up to Jimenez. Jimenez now kicks it over to, now the ball comes along the near side to Miller. Miller now into the corner to Jimenez. She lost it. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Vikings take it. Sub in for Klamath Union. Andy Harmon and Lisette Wata in. Leah Segura and Oriah Miller head to the bench. 3 minutes even to go before halftime. The Vikings try to inch a bit closer. Right now down 19-12. Pass comes to Davis. Davis with the ball high above her head. Lisette Wata comes out to guard her. Gets rid of a pass to Byington. Byington triggers a triple, rattles out. Maida Lee had a hand on it, but it's tipped away. That time by, I believe that was Armijo. She gets the ball now on the block. Armijo turns around. Her shot bothered by Hernandez. Byington wrestled away the loose ball. It's going to be a held ball, I believe. Oh, no, they're going to say Andy Harmon fouled her. Thought it might have been a tie-up, but the official on the far side makes the call. It's, in fact, a foul against Harmon, and the Vikings get possession. Here's London O'Brien, along with Kaylin Davis, bringing the ball up the floor. Now Davis has it, but she travels after receiving the pass. It'll be Lisette Wata to inbound here. Gives it to Jasmine Wilson. Now pass goes along the far side to Jimenez. Pass intended underneath to Armijo is tipped away. Now the Vikings have it back. London O'Brien met at half court by Wilson. Switches to a right-hand dribble. Now kicks it out to Lee, well beyond the arc. Lee dumps it underneath to Hernandez, trying to back down Jimenez. Hernandez spins around, shoots, and she's fouled. And so Leah Hernandez will be shooting free throws here. She has 2 points otherwise tonight. Pretty good shooter for Mazama. Last time out, not a huge factor in their previous game against Klamath Union. Now Hernandez, a chance to shoot a pair. Vikings as a team so far, they are 3 of 7. This time, though, her first shot is good. Make it 4 of 8. As a team. Nisa Jimenez checks out for Klamath Union. I believe Farah Zumwalt checked back in. Hernandez, the second free throw does not go, and it's Armijo who got the rebound for Klamath Union. Pass goes to Wilson. Armijo gets it back. Skip pass underneath to Harmon. Kicked out to Wata. Now here's Armijo again. Now here's Zumwalt, top of the key, guarded by O'Brien. Now it's Wilson. Wilson to Harmon, kicks it to Wata, cutting to the rim. She's fouled. Lisette Wata shooting 2. Lisette Wata is 1 for 3 in previous trips to the line so far tonight, although 5 points. Her first free throw is no good. Check in on the Oregon Tech Lady Owls, who are playing at LC State tonight for a chance at clinching second place in the Cascade Conference. Right now, as they begin the fourth quarter, Tech trails 58-42. We'll keep you posted on that score as we move throughout the broadcast tonight, as well as the men's game, which will begin at about 7 o'clock here local time. Lisette Wata empty from the free throw line. A wild rebound winds up in the hands of Kaylin Davis. She's trapped and then gives it to London O'Brien. O'Brien races on the far side of the floor. Ball finds its way back into the hands of Maida Lee, top of the key. Lee loses it for a moment. 15 seconds to shoot for the Vikings. Here's London O'Brien. Thought about driving left. Puts it on the deck, goes right with it. Bounce pass to Holbrook in the corner. Holbrook brings it around, poked away by Harmon, now with 5. The Vikings now O'Brien with 4. A long 2 is left short. And the rebound is picked up by Harmon, not before a shot clock violation is called, and the Pelicans get the ball back anyway. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go before halftime. Our score 19-13. Klamath Union leads Mazama. Here's Zumwalt, throws it to Wilson. Has it on the left extended arc, guarded by Kirkpatrick. Ball gets lofted underneath to to Armijo. Fires it out to Wata. Her three off the mark, but Wilson gets the long rebound back. Pass finds its way to Harmon. Good passing by the Pels, leads to a bucket and a foul for Andy Harmon. Tough finish there for the senior, but great passing leading to that bucket. Andy Harmon with an and one opportunity to make it a 9-point game. Maida Lee checks out. Leah Hernandez checks in. Kaylin Davis picking up her first foul there. And Andy Harmon, who leads the Pelicans in scoring right now with 8 points, a chance to add one more at the line. And she can't do it. Kaylin Davis with the rebound gives it to O'Brien. London O'Brien into the front court for Mazama. Passes it over to Davis. Davis trying to get a pass to Kirkpatrick. Finally gets it on the arc. Kirkpatrick dribbles in just a little bit. She's trapped, unleashes a pass to O'Brien, now with 15 to shoot. 10 seconds, separate shot and game clock. Hernandez in the paint. She's fouled on the shot. Leah Hernandez shooting free throws. She's got 3 points so far in the game. She's 1 for 2 in her previous trips to the line. Leah Hernandez, the sophomore, in her second season starting on varsity. As a freshman, played significant minutes, obviously, as a starter a season ago, and you can see the growth in her game this year. She makes the first free throw. A lot more aggressive, I'd say, on the offensive end. Smarter on defense for sure, and not to mention the shooting touch has come a long way. Although she's only got 4 points so far tonight, she can shoot the three. Second free throw is up. That one rattles out. The rebound is picked up by Davis. Hard work on the glass, gives it out to Hernandez. Hernandez, a long two, is left short. Rebound into the hands of Lisette Wata. The Pelicans have it with 12 seconds to go. They could take the final shot. Wata is going to throw it up off the glass. It doesn't go. Now with 6 seconds, London O'Brien is going to sit in the backcourt. The Vikings aren't going to get a shot off. And a tie-up with 1.5 seconds. The Vikings will keep possession with 1.5 to go. We'll see if they try to throw up a prayer at half court. And no shot will come. We will head to the locker rooms with Klamath Union leading by 7. 21-14. We'll break down our halftime stats as we have them so far. Take a look around the Skyline Conference. Of course, get ready for the boys contest, which is still yet to come tonight here at the Gino's Cafe. Game of the week on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge back with you for the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. A Valentine's Day edition of high school basketball sees Klamath Union lead Mazama at halftime, 21-14. Let's introduce you to the leading scorers for both teams, and we'll start with the team in front, Klamath Union, who's led by Andy Harmon with 8 points. Lisette Wata has 5, 4 for Jasmine Wilson, and 2 each for Araya Miller and Isabella Armijo. For Mazama, they are led by London O'Brien with 6 points. Leia Hernandez has 4, 2 for Maida Lee and Addison Byington is the other scorer for Mazama as they trail Klamath Union by 7 at halftime. Through the first half of play, I've been impressed, frankly, by both teams playing fairly good defense, and it's not like the teams are just turning the ball over willy-nilly like we have seen in the past from both of these teams. They're trying their best to take good care of the basketball, but just good defense has led to a lot of stops. But it was in the second quarter that Klamath Union was able to find their groove on offense, passing the ball with purpose, getting to the line, and, converting as well for Klamath Union. Andy Harmon with 8 points. She's been really good on the offensive boards. I think 6 of her 8 points have come on second chance opportunities. So she's working hard there underneath for Klamath Union, who still has a lot to play for at this point in the season. We'll give you a look at the Skyline Conference standings coming into play today. Of course, Henley at the top, 18-2 overall in the season. Number 1 in the state, according to the OSAA Power Rankings. 8-0 in league play. I said it earlier this week on Ballin' in the Basin. You can hear that show weekly on Wednesdays on 104.3 and 960 Sports. I don't know that there's a team in this conference that can beat Henley. I don't know if there's a team in this state that can beat Henley at the 4A level. They haven't lost to a 4A team yet this season. They've gone up to Bend and lost to 2 5A schools, sure. They actually lost once in Bend and once to Crater, who's one of the best 5A schools in the state. And so Henley is there at the top. I believe they've already clinched at least a share of the conference title, or at least one game away from doing so. Phoenix is in second place, 6-3. Klamath Union in third place at 4-5. Then Hidden Valley, then Mazama at the bottom. But you look at where the Pelicans are, 4-5 right now, a few games out behind Phoenix. Now, the Pirates do have the season series over Klamath Union. Right, in the 2 games that they've played out of the 3-game series so far, it's the Pirates who won both of them. But if Klamath Union can win out and Phoenix has trouble closing out games down the stretch, there's a chance that Klamath Union can still finish a game ahead of Phoenix. Now, 1 game and they are eliminated from an automatic bid to the postseason. The good news is, for the Skyline Conference, even the third best team gets a chance at a playoff, a play-in game to that 16-team OSAA state championship playoff. The bad news for the Pelicans is that Hidden Valley is still hanging around right now at 3-5, a half game back of Klamath Union, and a team that they still play one more time coming up on Tuesday as the penultimate game of the season for the Pelicans. So still plenty to play for. They got to leave it all out on the floor and a chance at the postseason. Of course, last year, if you'll remember, the Pelicans made the state tournament, the Elite Eight, as you call it. Now, lost a ton of talent from last year's team to this year's team, but the grittiness and the togetherness of the Pelicans still remains. Like I said, just some fantastic passing for KU so far in this game. If that continues, it's going to be tough for the Vikings to come back and potentially win this game. As at halftime right now, it's Klamath Union who leads Mazama 21-14. You see it on your screen, the guys warming up as well. That'll be the second leg of our doubleheader tonight as the Klamath Union boys play the Mazama boys. Should be a good matchup there as well, I believe. As I take a look at my notes here, the last 2 times that these teams have met, it was a pair of Mazama wins. Mazama has beaten them twice, scoring 61 points each time. As we take a look at the guys' contest, we'll have the final edition of the Basketball Canal Bowl. There isn't a better name than that. Here on mybasin.com in just a bit. But for right now, at halftime of the girls' varsity contest, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll be ready for the third quarter on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge back with you from Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School. Getting ready for the third quarter between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Mazama Vikings. Score at halftime was 21-14. In the second quarter, Klamath Union outscoring Mazama 8-4 to build out this lead a little bit more. Low scoring affair in that second quarter, but again, defense has been key for both teams so far. Klamath Union's offense has just been able to create better open looks than Mazama. Even on shots that Klamath Union has missed, they've been, frankly, open. And look, you're going to miss a couple open shots here and there, right? It's going to happen. But Klamath Union just doing a better job of creating those open looks in that second quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments Mazama has made coming out of the locker room. Mindy Holbrook deploys Addie Byington, Armida Kirkpatrick, Leah Hernandez, London O'Brien, and Maida Lee to start the third quarter. For John Nahar's bunch, it's Andy Harmon, Lisette Wata, Armida Kirkpatrick, Bella Armijo, Farah Zumwalt, and Jasmine Wilson. We're ready to go. Start of the third quarter, it's Klamath Union's basketball. Here's Farah Zumwalt. Zumwalt throws up a right block shot that doesn't go. Maida Lee cleans up the miss. Klamath Union also beat Mazama on the offensive boards in that first half. Good job of Mazama to collect a defensive rebound there. Maida Lee drives all the way in and is fouled on the shot. And so she'll shoot a couple free throws. For Maida Lee, 2 points in the first half, although 0 for 2 in her trip to the free throw line in that portion. She misses the first opportunity here. Want to remind you that the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week is, of course, brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street. Open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items. They've got burgers. They've got their Italian favorites. Of course, their monthly specials. You can find those out on Facebook by checking out Gino's Cafe on Facebook. And also, you can order online at iloveginos.com. Maida comes up empty on those free throws, but Mazama gets the ball back after it goes out of bounds. Leia Hernandez to inbound, finds Byington on the wing. Byington dribbles around top of the key, rifles a pass underneath to Lee. The shot blocked from behind by Farah Zumwalt, and it will stay with Mazama. So again, Leia Hernandez to inbound for the Vikings. She'll get it to Kirkpatrick, hands it right back off to Hernandez, takes a screen, going around top of the key. Hernandez pass in the corner to Byington. Byington sees Lee flashing to the rim, instead goes outside to O'Brien. Now Lee gets it back, right-handed floater off the front of the rim, won't go, and Farah Zumwalt picks up the miss. Here she comes, leading the charge for the Pelicans. Zumwalt now has it top of the key, dribbles up to the arc, kicks it outside to Wilson. Wilson, pass underneath intended for Wata, tipped out of bounds by Maida Lee. And the Pelicans maintain possession. It'll be Lisette Wata to inbound with 57 seconds gone in the third quarter. Wata inbounds top of the key to Jasmine Wilson. Wilson finds Wata coming off a screen on the wing. There's a pass not right to Wata, so she wasn't able to step into a shot. Pass goes around the horn into the hands of Farah Zumwalt. Now to the free throw line to Harmon. Kicks it outside to Wilson. Wilson now top of the key to Zumwalt. A three is good. Farah Zumwalt, her first point of the game, is a triple to make it a 10-point lead for Klamath Union. Leia Hernandez and the Vikings try to answer. Pass intended for O'Brien, tipped out by Harmon, and the Vikings maintain possession. That made triple the first of the game for Klamath Union off the hands of Farah Zumwalt. Mazama has one of their own. It was London O'Brien who sank their triple. Here's Lee underneath, gets a great pass to Hernandez, but she misses the open layup. Addie Byington gets the board and then goes back up. She gets fouled. So Addison Byington will shoot a pair of free throws. Are you a parent of a high school athlete, tired of trying to take good photos and keep up with the action? That's all right. There is a solution. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. You can search them up on Facebook at God's Gifts 2 to learn more. 2 free throws down the hatch for Byington. She's now got 4 points in the contest, and Mazama now trailing by 8, 24-16, 6:18 to go in the third. Pass goes to Zumwalt. Finds Armijo inside, turnaround jumper, no. The putback is there for Lisette Wata. Now she's up to 7, and back up to a 10-point advantage for KU. Here's London O'Brien, dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. Klamath Union gets the ball. Here's Farah Zumwalt. Takes a screen right. Has it top of the key. Now bounces it to Wata. Tries to get a pass to Wilson, but it's taken away by Byington. Here come the Vikings. London O'Brien with it. Dribbles top of the key. Now Hernandez. Here's Byington. Top of the key. Thought about a triple. Splits up the defense. A strong take earns Byington free throws. Byington's been a solid player now for a number of years for the Vikings. Now a senior, 5'9". She missed most of her junior season due to injury. But back when she was a sophomore, one of the best players for the Vikings, even getting significant minutes as a freshman. I'm glad to see that she's able to finish her senior season healthy as she misses the first free throw there. A couple of subs in for Klamath Union. It's Araya Miller and Anissa Jimenez who check in for the Pels. Byington's second free throw on the way. That one's good. We've got a timeout called by Mindy Holbrook. We'll take it with her. Her Vikings trail the Pelicans 26-17. 5:42 to go in the third. We'll be back with more in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week after this.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here, knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Third quarter action continues in just a moment from Valhalla Court. Klamath Union leads Mazama 26-17. A couple of free throws from Eddie Byington. She split her trip, and then Coach Holbrook wanted time. So it should be Klamath Union ball coming out of the break. And here we go. It'll be Anissa Jimenez to inbound to Jasmine Wilson. Mazama pressing a little bit here on defense, trying to create some turnovers, leading to some offense. And they almost get it done. Lisette Wata is going to be fouled on the drive. She almost turned the ball over, recollected the pass, came barreling into the paint, and got fouled. So foul on the floor will keep possession with the Pelicans. And this time, timeout is called by Klamath Union. Quick turnaround, but we'll take this timeout too. 26-17, the score remains. 5.5 to go in the third. Back after this.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
26-17, our score remains with Mazama behind Klamath Union. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. It'll be Klamath Union who starts with the ball. Lisette Wata to inbound, gets it quickly to Araya Miller. Miller guarded tightly by Kaylin Davis. Now back to Wata. Takes a couple screens, has it top of the key. Wata guarded by the freshman Holbrook. Gets the pass into the hands of Wilson. Now in the corner to Miller. Back to Wilson. Wilson lofts it underneath to Andy Harmon. She's so tall, tips it away, kicks it out to Wata. Now Wilson. 13 to shoot for the Pelicans. Pass around the horn, now back to Wilson. Now with 8 seconds, trying to get it into Harmon, but an errant pass into the hands of London O'Brien. The Vikings get it back. Here's London O'Brien, ahead for Mazama. Pass goes to Davis. Davis on the wing, now Maida Lee. Lee dumps it underneath to Leah Hernandez. Tough bucket. Leah Hernandez doesn't get it to go, but she's fouled. So Leah Hernandez, the sophomore, 5'6", has 4 points already in the ball game. She's 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Pretty dynamic offensive player for Mazama. You can see her mixing it up in the paint there on that last possession. But like I said in that first half, she hasn't done it yet, but she can certainly make them from distance. A good three-point shooter for Mazama. But they're using her in the paint tonight. Here's another free throw. It's good. 6 points for Hernandez. Brings her team back within 7. Klamath Union working quickly on the other side. Andy Harmon has it in the paint against Maida Lee, but no match for Andy Harmon. Shoots right over her and scores. 10 points now for the Klamath Union team leader in scoring. Leah Hernandez tries to go inside. That time doesn't get the layup to go. Racing along the far side of the floor is Wilson, and it's Lisette Wata who is fouled hard on the floor. Maida Lee came racing in behind her and just ran right through Lisette Wata. Hope she's okay. Getting helped up out on the floor by her team. Again, it was a foul on the floor, so no free throws yet for KU. And in fact, that's only the second team foul from Mazama this period. Klamath Union has 4. 4:20 to go in the third. Araya Miller looking for an open player, but good defense on the inbound by Kaylin Davis. Tips it out. So instead, they're going to let Wilson try to inbound. No one's going to match up with her on the inbound pass. They'll loft it top of the key to Jimenez. Jimenez has it beyond the arc, guarded by Hernandez. Now to the hands of Wata. Great pass to Andy Harmon, who scores. 30-19. 4 minutes to go in the third. Pass intended for Holbrook, taken away by the Pelicans. Anissa Jimenez passes ahead to Harmon, but Harmon travels too many steps to the rim in transition. And a whistle, let's see. Oh, just some subs in. Armida Kirkpatrick checks in for Kaylin Davis. Mazama trails by their biggest margin of the night, 11 points. Trying to get back in. Here's Reagan Holbrook. Loses the dribble but recollects. Holbrook bounced it underneath to Leia Hernandez. Poked free, but the Vikings keep it. Here's Maida Lee. Bounces it to O'Brien. Now Hernandez top of the key. Underneath to Kirkpatrick. Tries to bully her way in. Ball goes out of bounds. And it is still Vikings ball. A couple of subs will be coming in for the Pelicans. Looks like after this possession. Armida Kirkpatrick inbounds to Hernandez. One dribble, drive to the rim. Her shot knocked away by Andy Harmon. Good defense by Harmon. It's a couple of subs in for KU. It's Farah Zumwalt and Bella Armijo in for Araya Miller and Jasmine Wilson. Pardon me, and Anissa Jimenez. Wilson stays out there. Vikings to inbound, lofted to Hernandez on the wing. Kirkpatrick gets it back in the corner, guarded by Harmon. Now Hernandez. Left-hand dribble, throws it to Lee on the far side wing. Lee trying to drive inside, around a defender. Maida Lee, tough finish off the glass. 4 points for Maida Lee, brings the Vikings within 9. Here's now Farah Zumwalt, well beyond the arc, top of the key. Vikings, looks like they can't decide if they're in man or zone defense. Someone's got to get out and guard the perimeter. Pass goes in the corner to Zumwalt. She tries a triple. Kirkpatrick's there to contest the shot, but underneath the rim, Jasmine Wilson was open for the putback, and Klamath Union back out in front. 32-21, 3 minutes to go in the third. Pass goes to Armida Kirkpatrick. Gets it inside to Hernandez. Hernandez has it tipped away by Zumwalt into the hands of Wilson. Outlet pass to Harmon. Harmon to the cup, she scores. Nice touch around the rim for Andy Harmon and give her 14 points tonight. And again, the Vikings nearly turn it over. Sub in for Mazama, Kaylin Davis for Kirkpatrick. Nope, pardon me, in for Maida Lee. Kirkpatrick inbounds to Holbrook. Holbrook for a long two, can't get it. Rebound picked up by Harmon. Gives it ahead to Lisette Wata. Wata, right-hand dribble, throws it on the far side, now to Zumwalt. 2.5 to go in the third. Pelicans lead by 13. Bella Armijo fires one off the glass, no good, but Harmon with the offensive board, passes it out, gets it back. Hernandez pokes it free. Ball goes out of bounds. Vikings ball. Good defense by Leia Hernandez underneath. And Leah Segura checks in for Andy Harmon for the Pels. 2:12 to go in the third. Here we go. It's London O'Brien. O'Brien trapped nearly at half court by Wata. Breaks the double team. Pass underneath to Hernandez is too tall. Ball goes out of bounds. The Pelicans take it. So Jasmine Wilson will inbound. Pardon me. Yes, it is Wilson. Now here's Farah Zumwalt taking the inbound pass. And she'll bring it up for the Pels. Takes a screen left. Dumps it underneath to Armijo. Kicks it out to Wata. Now back to Zumwalt. Here's Segura. Now to the hands of Wilson. Wilson guarded by Davis around the arc. Tries to back herself in. Then kicks it outside to Zumwalt. Pass intended for Wata. Intercepted by Kirkpatrick. The Vikings 2-on-2 in transition. Kirkpatrick harassed at half court, top of the key. It's a held ball. Possession will stay with the Vikings. Kirkpatrick asking for a foul, but I think that was just good defense by the Pelicans to hold on to that basketball as London O'Brien heads to the bench and Maida Lee checks in. Armida Kirkpatrick to inbound. Kirkpatrick kicks it quickly to Lee. Around one defender. The mid-range for Lee is no good. Leia Hernandez battles for a rebound and knocks Wilson to the floor. That'll be a foul and the third for Mazama. And for Hernandez, that's her second. So Wilson inbounds to Zumwalt. She'll walk it across the timeline for the Pelicans. Switches to a right-hand dribble, takes a screen right, stops top of the key, gets it into Armijo, outside to Wilson for a triple, too strong. Rebound picked up by Davis in the far corner, guarded by Wata. They've got her trapped. Finally, she gets rid of it to Kirkpatrick. Now ahead to Hernandez. Hernandez pass to Lee. Lee has it on the right wing. Now Kirkpatrick. Lofts it underneath to Hernandez. Good passing leads to a bucket for Mazama. 34-23, 46 seconds to go in the third. Here's Zumwalt. Brings it on the near side. Zumwalt underneath to Wilson. Brings it back out. Now in the corner to Wata. Wata drives by one defender. Tough bucket. Rolls around the rim and falls. Lizette Wata with the perfect touch to score. 36-23. Here come the Vikings with the shot clock off in 27 seconds. Reagan Holbrook fires up a mid-range jumper that's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Vikings. Leah Hernandez was on the floor out of bounds after taking the shot. And as the ball head out of bounds, last touched by a Pelican, before it hit the ground, it hit Hernandez, who is standing out of bounds. And so that's why the Pelicans get the ball back. Here's Farrah Zumwalt with 19 seconds to go. And again, shot clock is off. The Pelicans could take the last shot of the third quarter if they want it. Zumwalt dribbles up to the arc. Pass goes in the corner to Miller. Miller against Kirkpatrick and gives it up to Zumwalt. Now underneath. Pass goes outside to Armijo. Now with 5 seconds. In the corner to Wilson. The mid-range is off the mark, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Klamath Union building on their lead. Now up 36-23. Heading to the fourth next in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Fourth quarter action begins now in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. It is 36-23. The Pelicans outscoring Mazama in that quarter 15-9 to continue to build on this lead. Now up by, again, 13 points. And so it'll be Anissa Jimenez to check in across the way. A handful of Pelican reserves in the game now. We'll introduce you to them as they get action out there. Well, there's one. In the corner, it's Winnie Say, number 25 for the Pelicans. Pass goes to Gracia Vanderval. It's out of bounds and will stay with the Pelicans. Let's just reset the five on the floor out there for you. A couple faces we haven't seen. Nia Barton, Anissa Jimenez, Gracia Vanderval, and Winnie Say out there with Anissa Jimenez. Here's Jimenez in the corner. Jimenez has it on the wing. Vikings give her room to shoot, but she passes on the opportunity, passing it to Leah Segura. Segura passes it near side to Barton. She tries a triple with 1 second on the shot clock. That doesn't go. Stepping out of bounds, trying to get the rebound was Leah Segura as Reagan Holbrook checks in for the Vikings. So here's London O'Brien. Now for Mazama, bringing it up. Pass underneath to Maida Lee. Her mid-range jumper left short. The rebound picked up by Vanderval. Passes it ahead now to Jimenez. Jimenez has it top of the key. Rifles the pass out of bounds. It'll go the way of the Vikings. Here's London O'Brien into the front court for Mazama. Throws it to Kirkpatrick. Back to O'Brien underneath, turns around, faces the bucket, pass underneath to Maida Lee. She's fouled on the shot. She'll earn free throws. Maida Lee with 4 points tonight, although she is 0 for 4 at the free throw line so far this game. Looking for her first make from the penalty stripe here. First shot no good. Second free throw pending now for Maida Lee. That one is good. Took a friendly hop on the rim and drops. And so now it's 36-24. Klamath Union leads with 6:46 to go in the fourth quarter, and we've got time. Coach John Nahar wants to talk this over with his team. We'll take a break as he does on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. (36-24) the score as Klamath Union leads Mazama in our girls varsity edition. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week here on MyBasin.com. Coming up as close to 7:30 as we can make it. It'll be the boys contest that starts, usually a couple minutes after 7:30 to be fair, but we'll also be joined by the radio listeners on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO as we start the boys game at 7:30. Shot taken and missed by Winnie Say, but the Pelicans get the rebound. Pass intended for Say into the hands of Holbrook, and the Vikings create the turnover and come the other way. Here's London O'Brien leading the charge. O'Brien drives into the paint, kicks it out to Kirkpatrick for a triple. It's too strong. Rebound picked up by the Pelicans. Segura gives it up to Jimenez. Fires a pass near side to Barton. Barton, guarded by O'Brien, throws it to Jimenez. Tightly guarded by Kirkpatrick now. Underneath to Segura, outside to Say. Say triggers another three. That time it's too strong. Nia Barton with the long rebound, gives it up to Jimenez. Jimenez splits the defense, drives in. Pass close to the cup for Vanderval to score her first 2 points of the night. And Klamath Union leads 38-24. 5:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Pass intended for Maida Lee, taken away by Vanderval. She gives it up to Jimenez. Jimenez now with it. Has it between the circles. Now it's Nia Barton. Nia Barton pass intended for Vanderval, taken away by Lee. Here's Maida Lee as the Vikings outnumbered in transition. Lee just loses the dribble, inexplicably turning the ball over there as the Pelicans have a few subs back in. Now it looks like the starters are returning to the game. See Farah Zumwalt along with Jasmine Wilson, Andy Harmon back out there with Lisette Wata and Bella Armijo. That's a full 5 substitutions for the Pelicans and all their starters back out there. For the Vikings, it's Hernandez, Holbrook, Kirkpatrick, O'Brien, and Davis. And Wata has it now on the far wing. Wata guarded by O'Brien, throws it in the corner to Armijo. She drives inside, fires a pass to Wilson, goes to Zumwalt. Zumwalt shot from 13, blocked by Kirkpatrick, but the Pelicans get it back. Andy Harmon, now Wata with it, top of the key, tries a triple, no good. Out of bounds on an air ball. The Vikings will get it. Armida Kirkpatrick inbounds to London O'Brien. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Klamath Union leads. O'Brien dribbles with the left hand, skip pass to Davis, underneath to Hernandez, through 2 defenders. She gets fouled and will shoot free throws. Well, we said we'd keep you updated on the Oregon Tech Lady Owls tonight, who are in Lewiston, Idaho, taking on LC State. With a win tonight, Tech would have clinched second place in the Skyline Conference. However, they lost tonight 73-54 to LC State. They'll be back in action tomorrow at 7 in Walla Walla, Washington, taking on the Wolves, a team in which they've never lost to in program history. They are 22-0 against the Wolves all time. The Tech men getting ready to start here soon, or they may have already begun about 10 minutes ago. Leah Hernandez winds up empty at the free throw line as the Pelicans come the other way, leading 38-24 with 4:38 to go. A carry is called against the Pelicans. Should give the Vikings possession of the ball back. We talked about the men for a second for Oregon Tech. That game has yet to start. Should be coming up here shortly. We'll keep you updated on that score. Again, the Tech men also a chance to clinch second place, at least second place, in the Skyline Conference. Armida Kirkpatrick's shot is blocked. Reagan Holbrook picked up the miss, but her shot also troubled on its way up. So our score remains 38-24, 4:15 to go. The Pelicans in front. Here's Leah Segura. Pass goes outside to Zumwalt. The long two is too strong. Rebound picked up by Kirkpatrick. It'll be London O'Brien who brings it up for Mazama. O'Brien bounces it out to Hernandez. Thought about a triple. Drives inside against Harmon. Has it poked free. The Vikings maintain possession. Addison Byington checks in. Reagan Holbrook heads to the bench. Armida Kirkpatrick to inbound on the baseline for the Vikes. Gets it quickly inside to O'Brien. Fancy footwork inside, but the shot no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Vikings keep it. So it'll be Armida Kirkpatrick again to inbound. So the Vikings line up there on the left block. Inbound pass goes to Byington. Now Hernandez with it. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien dribbles inside. Tough shot. Gets it to go. A nice bucket there for London O'Brien. Gives her 8 points and her first points of the second half. Mazama now down 38-26. And a 2-point bucket made by Jasmine Wilson puts Klamath Union back up in front by 14. Timeout is called. 40-26 the score. 3:30 to go. We'll be back after this on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
40-26 the score. A few minutes left to go before we reach a conclusion tonight in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. The Pelicans looking to stay in the playoff race. One more loss, and they are eliminated from an automatic bid out of the Skyline Conference in the 16-team playoff. They have to count on Phoenix to lose as well. Phoenix was supposed to play Henley tonight. And inside the Hornets' nest, that game was postponed until February 24th, which is a Monday. I think it'll be the season finale now for the Hornets. But would have been nice if Henley, presumably, again, they're unbeaten in conference play, could have knocked off the Pirates tonight and allowed the Pelicans to pull a little closer. Now they'll have to wait to see. Again, if Phoenix wins any more games as well, same deal. The Pelicans would be eliminated from an automatic bid as Andy Harmon finishes close to the cup there. 16 points for her. It is 42-26, 3 minutes to go. Pass intended for Maida Lee underneath, stolen away by Jasmine Wilson. She takes it all the way in and earns free throws. And for the senior, Jasmine Wilson, already 8 points for her, although these are her first free throws coming up. Take a little bit more of an in-depth look at the remaining schedule for Klamath Union after this game is over. We'll have a brief post-game coverage, give you leading scorers and whatnot before we get ready for the boys' game, again scheduled to start around 7:30. But more than likely it'll be about 15 minutes after this game is over, regardless of when it is over, as the first free throw was made by Wilson. She's got a second. And there it is. 44-26, 3 minutes to go. Pelicans looking to hold on. Here's London O'Brien. Takes a screen left, throws it to Kirkpatrick. Now Maida Lee at the free throw line, dribbles in, kicks it outside to Davis. Davis now to O'Brien. Now here's Lee. Lee dribbles right, stops just at the arc, tries to get a pass inside to Hernandez, tipped away. Hernandez rips it away, and now into the hands of Lee. Lee drives in, passes out to Kirkpatrick, but Lee was actually fouled before she got the pass off. That'll be the third foul for KU, and the third for Andy Harmon. Inbound pass from Kirkpatrick, top of the key to Hernandez. Guarded loosely by Zumwalt. Pass comes near corner to Kirkpatrick, sets her feet, fires a three, no good. Andy Harmon collects the miss, fires it ahead to Wilson, who brings it up for KU. Wilson lofts a pass underneath to Wata. It's a little bit too tall for her. Out of bounds it goes. And the Vikings will get it back. Here's London O'Brien once more. Pass comes near side to Maida Lee. Now Kaylin Davis. Davis has it poked free by Lisette Wata for a moment, but recollects, takes a screen, opens her up. Now here's Lee, top of the key. Bounces it out to Kirkpatrick. Underneath to Hernandez. She is fouled, trying to receive the pass by Farah Zumwalt. One more foul puts Mazama in the bonus. And that is 5 fouls for Farah Zumwalt. Her night is over. She exits the game with 3 points. And the night might be over for the rest of the KU starters, although that by the choice of John Nahar. A full 5 subs coming out for the Pels. Out there now is Anissa Jimenez, Nia Barton, Gracia Vanderval, along with, let's see, I believe Katie Fettinger is out there, and Araya Miller. Leah Hernandez to inbound. Bounce pass inside to Holbrook. Had trouble with it for a moment. Holbrook gets rid of it now to the hands of Davis on the far side. Davis trying to go baseline against Barton. It's poked away by Barton. The Vikings will keep possession as they lead by 18. Hernandez at the baseline. She'll inbound. Bouncing it into O'Brien. It's taken away by Miller. Now it's Anissa Jimenez. Bounces a pass to Barton. Barton dribbles one step inside the arc, gives it up to Jimenez, top of the key, outside to Miller. Thought about a triple, now Jimenez. Jimenez back to Miller, just a step inside the arc, leaves the mid-range short. Rebound picked up by Holbrook. She'll give it up to O'Brien, crossing the timeline with 90 seconds to go. O'Brien passes to Davis. She'll try a three, can't cash in. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Holbrook. Gives it up on the outside to Slazak. Slazak checking in for Mazama a little while ago. Must have missed her substitution. Apologize there. The 5'10 sophomore checking in. Or be 5'5. Regardless, Slazak, she's heading to the line after the foul is committed against her. She'll shoot 2. Another free throw coming up here. That one also off the mark, and Anissa Jimenez picks up the rebound. Jimenez racing into the front court, fires a pass underneath. 2 players there to receive it. Neither one can, as Miller and Barton get crossed up there. It's a turnover. The Vikings get it back. 1:09 to go. They trail 44-26. Inbound pass to London O'Brien. O'Brien races all the way to the arc on the other side, then backs back out. Here's O'Brien. Underhand pass to Slazak. Slazak now to Holbrook in the corner. Holbrook thought about going baseline, up with the shot. Can't hit it. Rebound picked up by Miller with 51 seconds to go. Pass ahead. The interior to Vanderval. Her turnaround shot's no good. Ball goes out of bounds, stays with the Pelicans. Inbound pass to Jimenez. Jimenez dumps it underneath to Fettinger. Can't hit the shot. A loose ball is picked up by Leah Hernandez. She leads the charge in transition for the Vikings, although they won't capitalize in transition. They give the pass to Davis. Davis splits the defense. Up off the glass. Davis can't score. Holbrook for the putback, no. And a whistle winds up in a held ball. The Vikings will keep possession. The shot clock is off, 24 seconds remain. Hernandez inbounds. Ball high above her head. She will find Davis in the corner. Tries to get a pass away to Slazak. Slazak driving in. A runner is no good. Holbrook tried to save it from going out of bounds, but can't. Turnover. Pelicans have it, and with 14 seconds left to go, you got to imagine they'll just dribble this one out and celebrate a win tonight in enemy territory as the Klamath Union Pelicans collect a season sweep of the Mazama Vikings. Here's Nea Barton with it now. Pass goes underneath, now back outside. The final buzzer sounds. 44-26 the score. The Pelicans are victorious. We'll be back to recap this one for you coming up in just a moment as we continue your coverage of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week after this.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Final score tonight from Mazama High School in the girls varsity contest. It's the Klamath Union Pelicans who defeat the Vikings 44-26. Leading scorer for Klamath Union, unofficially, it's Andy Harmon, who finished with 16 points. Jasmine Wilson had 10. Lisette Wata had 9. 3 for Farah Zumwalt and 2 each for Gracia Vanderval and Isabella Armijo. For the Vikings, they were led in twofold by Leah Hernandez and London O'Brien with 8 each. And then Maida Lee and Addie Byington had 5 each. Those are your scorers right now for the Vikings. With this win, Klamath Union improves on the season, now to 5-5 in conference play, 10-12 overall on the season. And with this win, keep their postseason hopes alive. And for the Vikings, they now fall to 1-19 on the season. They are 0-9 in Skyline Conference play. We're going to take a break here on mybasin.com. Get ready for the boys varsity contest. The good news for you is you don't have to go anywhere. We're going to be broadcasting live on this very same link. We'll be live in probably about 7 minutes. So grab a bite to eat. Get ready for a good one in front of us as we continue your coverage of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week after a brief pause. One more time, final score of the girls' game, 44-26. We'll be back in just a bit, so stick with us. And welcome welcome back, basketball fans, to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO with live free video tonight on mybasin.com. Coming to you live from Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School for this Skyline Conference rivalry showdown between the Mazama Vikings and the Klamath Union Pelicans. Josh Eldridge here, glad to be with you for a Valentine's Day edition of high school basketball in the Basin. And although it's a day of love, there is certainly no love lost between the Vikings and the Pelicans. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups as well as take a look at the season that each of these teams have had so far and take an updated look at the playoff race in the Skyline Conference. That's all coming up as we continue your coverage of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and free live video on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge back with you on mybasin.com, 92.9, 1150 KAGO for the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week between the Mazama Vikings and the Klamath Union Pelicans. A Skyline Conference matchup, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Skyline Conference standings as they are heading into today's matchup as the Phoenix Pirates pace the bunch. 7-2 in league play, 13-7 overall. They are the 11th best team in the land according to the OSAA Power Rankings. Mazama, a half a game behind those Pirates. They're 6-2, 10-10 overall. Hidden Valley in third place in the conference. They are even 500, 4-4, 12-8. Overall in the season. Then you've got these Pelicans who are 4-5 in league play, and then the Hamley Hornets who are 0-8 in Skyline Conference play, 4-14 overall on the season. Now, for Mazama, a win tonight would pull them even with Phoenix in the league standings. For the Vikings, after tonight, they've only got 3 games left with one more remaining against the Pirates. Pardon me. It's a season series in which they've split so far. Back on January 17th, a win for Mazama against Phoenix, 64-50. That was at their place. Most recently, a loss here on Wednesday to the Pirates, 68-60. They'll make one more trip over the hill to Jackson County for the season finale and potentially an outright Skyline Conference championship game between the Vikings and the Pirates if they can stay even with each other. Now, what's on the line for Klamath Union tonight? They're a half a game out of the third place spot in the Skyline Conference. And although that's not an automatic bid to the 16-team playoff, it is a spot at the play-in round, and that is important as well for the Pelicans, a chance to be one of the final teams to play in to the state tournament, a team which has been trying to get back there for some time, really since one of their best players, who's now an assistant coach, Jacob Cook, also Oregon Tech baseball player, since he left the program back in 2021. Ed Case has been trying to recapture the greatness he had with that team that season, now looking for a postseason bid and an opportunity against this Viking squad, which has snuffed him twice this season. Go back to the league opener at Klamath Union for Mazama, 61-54 the win. And most recently, January 23rd, another win for Mazama was 61-36. In that game, Grafton Wadaw led the Pels with 15 points. Kai Hunt led the Vikings with 19 points and 7 steals. We know this Vikings team can certainly light it up from downtown, and they also pass the ball pretty well. It's up to the Pelicans and guys like Grafton Wadaw and Landon Bogatay to try to issue some resistance to this Mazama team, who has really played well as of late. You look at Mazama, they are winners of 4 of their last 5 games. Their only loss coming back on Wednesday to Phoenix, 68-60, trying to get back to winning ways tonight. Can they do it? We'll find out as we get ready for tip-off in just a few minutes. We're going to take one last break. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week continues next on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and MyBasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Almost time for tip-off tonight from Valhalla Court. Let's introduce you to the starting lineups. First, for the visitors, the Klamath Union Pelicans. Starting a senior, number 1, Bryce Peterson. A senior, number 5, Roland Vanerath. A senior, number 10, Ryan Glidden. A junior, number 11, Landon Bogatay. And a senior, number 30, Grafton Wadaw. The Pelicans are coached by Ed Case. Now the starting 5 for the Mazama Vikings. A senior, number 0, Gabe Nanny. A senior, number 2, Dominic Melgoza. A senior, number 3, Ryan Hayden. A senior, number 12, Kai Hunt. And a senior, number 24, Jordan Beals. The Vikings are coached by Ryan Millsap. Klamath Union tonight in their road red uniforms with Klamath Union written across the chest in white and cursive text. The Vikings tonight in their home white uniforms with blue text reading Vikings across their chest. Our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Basketball Officials Association and our crew chief, Todd Andrus. It's Nanny and Bogate in the center to start, and the opening tip goes out of bounds. And it is called to be Vikings ball as they go from right to left. Ryan Hayden will be the one to inbound across the court in front of the Mazama student section, decked out in all pink tonight. It's pink out night. It's walking taco night at Mazama High School. Couldn't ask for a better Valentine's Day edition of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. Here's Jordan Beals with it on the wing. Beals guarded by Peterson. Throws it over to Kai Hunt. Hunt puts it on the deck, throws it back to Beals on the near side. Now into the hands of Hunt. Triggers a three, rolls off the rim, doesn't go. Rebound picked up by Peterson and the Pelicans as they now come from left to right. Peterson crosses the timeline. He's picked up there by Kai Hunt. Hunt now throws it to Bogate on the far side. Bogate takes a Wata screen right, drives inside, kicks it in the corner to Vanerath. Thought about a triple, guarded there by Melgoza. Now to the hands of Peterson, right extended arc. Right hand dribble, throws it to Bogate, guarded by Beals, now to the corner to Glidden. Glidden has it, guarded loosely by Hayden, pretty much left him all alone in the corner. Here's Bogate now, top of the key. Bogate, left-hand dribble, guarded by Nanny. 4 seconds to shoot for the Pelicans. Peterson head fakes a three, throws it to Vanerath. The Pels run out of time. A shot clock violation. The Vikings defense locks down the Pelicans in the first possession of the ball game. 7 minutes to go in the first. We are still scoreless. And it'll be Gabe Nanny to inbound for the Vikings. Brings it across the timeline. Gabe Nanny bounces it to Melgoza, kicked out of bounds by Vanerath. It'll stay with the Vikings as the Pelicans student section starts to file in behind us in the mezzanine here at Mazama High School. A great spot to call a basketball game with them right on top of you. Reminds you a little bit of Pell Court. All right, here are the Vikings. Now Dominic Melgoza throws it to Kai Hunt, left extended arc guarded by Peterson. Now back to Melgoza. Top of the key, a 3-2 high zone for Klamath Union on defense. Here's Melgoza guarded by Wata. Melgoza gets rid of it to Hunt, well beyond the arc between the circles. Left-hand dribble, lofts it into Hayden on the left block. Hayden finds Melgoza in the near corner for a triple. Front iron, no. The rebound is battled for, and as it goes out of bounds, it's the Pelicans who win possession. Still scoreless, 6.5 to go in the first quarter between the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Mazama Vikings. It'll be KU who has the ball. It's Vanerath who bounces it ahead to Peterson. Kai Hunt walks the length of the floor with him. Now into the front court. Peterson gets a pass to Wata. Wata has it knocked away. Dominic Melgoza take it away from Wata on the shot. Now here come the Vikings the other way. Kai Hunt dribbles it up. Top of the key. Backs back out with a left-hand waist-high dribble. Here's Kai Hunt. Bounces a pass underneath to Nanny. He can't corral it. It's Ryan Glidden who takes it away. Now to the hands of Bryce Peterson. Throws it ahead to Bogate. Dribbles up to the arc. Dribbles a three. Can't hit. Now a rebound picked up by Hayden. Here's Kai Hunt coming the other way. Hunt passes it to Beals. Beals goes baseline. Tough shot. No bucket. No foul. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Vikings keep it. Vikings maintain possession. Pelicans were trying to argue for themselves to get it back, but the official calls it on the near side. Kai Hunt will inbound to the baseline. Gets it top of the key to Ryan Hayden. Now in the corner to Hunt. Hunt goes baseline. A blocking foul called against Glidden. Tried to help on defense there, but just wound up in the way and picked up the foul. That's the first foul for the Pelicans and the first for Glidden. Here's Hunt to inbound again. This time finds Dominic Melgoza. Here's Nanny off a screen. Top of the key. Blocked by Wata on the triple, but the Vikings pick up the loose ball. Here's Jordan Beals. Zips a pass underneath to Hayden. Skips it underneath to Nanny, who lays it up and in with the right hand. Gabe Nanny breaks our scoreless tie. Vikings lead 2-0. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Here's Bryce Peterson into the front court. Now Grafton Wata, not before a whistle. This one is called against Mazama, I believe. We'll see who they charge it to. I think it was, Nanny tried to blow through a screen. He'll pick up a foul for that. It's Roland Vanerath inbounds to Bryce Peterson, well beyond the arc, left side, brings it up by Hunt. Now between the circles, throws a pass to Vanerath, left extended arc, picked up by Melgoza. Pass underneath to Bogate, strong take, the foul, and one. Landon Bogate bouncing off a defender and scoring for 2+1. Bogate, a big contributor last time out for Klamath Union, helped the team defeat Henley in their most recent game, their game that was played back on Saturday. No, excuse me. They did play Henley back on Tuesday this week, a 56-44 win that Bogate was instrumental in. Here, he misses the free throw. Now it's Kai Hunt who brings it up for the Vikings. Now into the hands of Beals on the near side. Klamath Union still in his own defense. Here's Kai Hunt with it, right extended arc. No look pass to Nanny. Near side for a long two. Back iron, no. Ryan Hayden picks up the miss, backs down the defender, and gets fouled on the shot. Ryan Hayden earning a couple of free throws. The senior heads to the line. One of the biggest and strongest basketball players, not only in the basin, or not only on Mazama, but I would say in the whole basin. He's about 6'5", and he's got broad shoulders. He's a tough guy to keep off the glass as he makes the first free throw. Last time these two teams met, it was Ryan Hayden who had a double-double, 10 points and 11 boards. This time he splits a trip to the line. Dominic Melgoza steals it in transition, and the Vikings come back the other way. Here's Kai Hunt, racing inside, left block, reverse layup with the right hand is good. Big bucket there. Kai Hunt looking good doing it as well. His Vikings lead 5-2 with 4:46 to go in the first quarter. Here's Grafton Wata. Stops at the right elbow, stripped by Melgoza. Vikings even in transition. Beals has it now in the paint, up with the shot, fouled and one. Strong take from Beals, caught it at the free throw line, drove in and got hacked on the shot. He'll shoot two. Timeout before the free throws is called by Coach Case. We'll take it with him. His Pelicans trail 7-2. 4:36 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week after this.
We drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
Welcome back as Jordan Beals gets ready to shoot free throws. One on the way after he made a bucket, a chance at a three-point play for Mazama as they lead Klamath Union by 5. 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Beals' free throw's good. He's got 3 points now after the three-point play. Mazama leads now 8-2. And the Pelicans come the other way. Bryce Peterson leading the charge, calling for a screen well beyond the arc at the half-court logo, guarded there by Hunt. Gets a pass to Wata. Wata tries to drive inside. At the free throw line, goes up with the shot. He's met there by Hayden, and the shot is off the mark. Vikings come the other way. Gabe Nanny in transition, barrels through a defender, and the charge is taken by Vanerath. Nice job by Roland to just stand in there and take the harm. Gabe Nanny full steam ahead, but the charge is called, and we've got a sub coming in for Mazama as Jagger Jackson comes in for Gabe Nanny. That's his second foul and the team's fourth. So one more means free throws for the Pelicans. They're still looking for some points here. Trailing by 6, 4:13 to go in the first quarter. Here's Malcolm Lassett Hankins checking in for KU. Now Grafton Wata, top of the key. Here's Vanerath on the left wing. Takes a screen right, gets the pass to Lassett Hankins, top of the key, guarded by Melgoza. Man defense being played by the Pels. Here's Wata off a screen. A triple is off the mark. Ryan Hayden picks up the rebound, throws it ahead to Kai Hunt. Inside to Melgoza. Strong take through 3 defenders. Dominic Melgoza is fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Vikings doing a great job of getting to the line here early. Already their third trip, less than 5 minutes into the game. They are 2 of 3 so far. Here's Melgoza's first look at the line. It's no good. Last time these two teams played, Dominic Melgoza, he had 2 points and 3 steals in the winning effort for the Vikings. Second free throw coming up for Dominic. That one hangs on the rim and drops. Score now 9-2 in favor of Mazama. 3:45 to go in the first. Here's Bryce Peterson. Right-hand dribble, gets around Kai Hunt, slips, gets it back. Nice pass to Lassett Hankins, zips it close to the cup for Glidden to score. Nice recovery by the KU offense to find Glidden in close and score. 9-4. Klamath Union trails. Here's Mazama. Rocket pass inside to Beals. Beals will travel He went up with the shot and came back down with it. Thought he might have lost it on the way up, but the official thinks otherwise. It's a turnover, and the Pelicans take it. Bryce Peterson rifles it ahead to Grafton Wata. Had trouble with the moment, then collects, spins around the defender, and a whistle. Grafton Wata fouled on the floor. KU can't believe it. They thought that was a shooting foul. I got to say, I agree with them. Regardless, it is the 5th foul, so Grafton is shooting free throws. What a player Grafton Wata has become for KU. The senior really coming into his own this season. He's averaging up near 20 points a game. Last time these two teams met, a 15-point outing for Grafton. And such a soft-spoken guy, too. Earlier this season, we had him on our show, Ballin' in the Basin. Asked him probably about 20 questions in 7 minutes. He was real sure with the answers, but he's smart, and he loves the game. He splits the trip there, 9-5 the score, 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Mazama leads Klamath Union, and the Vikings have the ball. Here's Kai Hunt with it between the circles, trying to direct traffic, guarded by Wata. Backs out even further beyond the arc near half court. Hunt gets the pass over to Jagger Jackson. Jackson now near side to Hunt. Zips a pass inside to Melgoza. Outside to Beals. Beals head fakes a 3. Goes baseline. Pass outside to Kai Hunt. He triggers a wing 3. Front iron no. And the rebound is wrestled for and a whistle. Going to charge the foul to Jordan Beals. And that should earn Roland Vanerath free throws. And yeah, Beals commits Mazama's 6th foul already for Jordan Beals, his 3rd foul. He's in serious trouble here in the first quarter. And we'll see if Coach Millsap subs him out. And I believe he will after this first attempt from Roland Vanerath at the line. The first one is no good. And yeah, it'll be Logan Harrington checking into the game for Mazama as Beals sits for what will likely be at least the rest of the first half. Vanerath's 2nd free throw's on the way. That one is good. 3-point game, 9-6, 2:46 to go in the first. Here's Dominic Melgoza into the front court for the Vikings. Gets the pass to Jackson, switches to his left-hand dribble, throws it to Melgoza for a 25-footer, won't go. Bryce Peterson picks up the miss. Leading the charge for the Vikings, throws it ahead to Vanerath. Vanerath zips it in the corner to Lassett Hankins for a triple, too strong. Rebound picked up by Hayden. He gives it up to Kai Hunt, who'll bring it up for the Vikings. Hunt picked up at half court by Bryce Peterson. Sort of a pest on defense is Peterson, but that's a good thing. Here's Jagger Jackson with it now on the right wing. Now top of the key to Hunt. Zips it in the near corner to Harrington. Harrington guarded there by Glidden. Tries to get it inside to Hayden, but he turns it over. Good hands by 3 Pelicans in on that action. It leads to a held ball in the paint. Possession will go to Klamath Union. Subs in for KU. Number 23, Tilden Kaufman checking in. I think that was Landon Bogate or Grafton Wata who head to the bench. Either way, sub in for KU. Here is Bryce Peterson to bring it up for the men in red. 2 minutes to go in the first. Klamath Union trails by 3. They could tie it with a made triple here. Peterson brings it along the left extended arc. Now here's Vanerath, top of the key. Lassett Hankins spins around, backs out beyond the arc. Throws a pass to Peterson left side. Now top of the key to Kaufman. Head fakes a 3, gives it up to Peterson. Now Vanerath on the far side. Guarded there by Harrington. Here's Peterson. Catch and shoot. Left wing 3. Back iron no. And Hayden cleans up the glass. Throws it ahead to Logan Harrington. He'll bring it up for the Vikings. Harrington throws it to Dominic Melgoza, now top of the key. Melgoza now to Hunt, right side. Backs out well beyond the arc to the red zone logo. About half court. Now here's Hunt. Hunt fakes a pass, lofts it now near side to Jackson. Gives it to Melgoza, whips it to Hunt for a 3, splash! First made triple for Kai Hunt, give him 5 points for the game, and he increases the Mazama lead to 6. 12-6 with a minute to go in the first. Here's Bryce Peterson. Brings it along the right side now. Picked up there by Hunt. Backs out beyond the arc. Finds Vanerath cutting inside. Vanerath stops on the block. Kicks it out to Hankins for a 3. Can't hit. The rebound skied and grabbed for by Harrington. Nice board there by Logan Harrington. Ball into the hands of Dominic Melgoza, who leads the charge for the Vikings. He's met top of the key by Tilden Kaufman. Gives the pass to Hunt. Kicks it now to Jagger Jackson, guarded top of the key. Bounces it now to Harrington, back to Jackson. Jackson dribbles inside, gets the pass to Melgoza. Melgoza in the paint, past the bodies. He can't score on the lay-in. And Malcolm Lassett Hankins cleans up the glass for KU. 30 seconds remain in the first. Shot clock is off. Here come the Pelicans. Pass to Peterson. Thought about dribbling into a triple, then backs back out. Now here's Kaufman, top of the key. Now Vanerath, guarded by Harrington on the left wing. Tries to drive inside. Throws it out to Kaufman. Kaufman at the three-point line. Now to Lassett Hankins, top of the key. Kicks it near corner to Glidden. One step inside the arc. Glidden knocks down the mid-range. Now with 3 seconds, the Vikings looking for a first quarter buzzer beater. Dominic Melgoza. He hits it from 24 feet out, and that will make the score 15-8 as we head to the second. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
A triple at the first quarter buzzer by Dominic Melgoza has extended Mazama's lead 15-8 as we start the second quarter. Here is Kai Hunt for the Vikings, has it top of the key, throws it to Dominic Melgoza. Now it's Piscatello. Piscatello tried to bounce it into Hayden, but it's taken away by the Pelicans. Bryce Peterson poking his hand in there and taking it away. Here he is, top of the key, throws it to Wata. Thought about a triple, gets his defender to jump, drives inside. Grafton Wata through contact. Oh man, what a bucket there for Grafton. He's got 3 points now, brings his team back within 5. Mazama looking for a response. Here's Kai Hunt on the right extended arc. Throws it to Melgoza. Back to Hunt. Hunt gets past his defender for a moment. No look pass across the court to Piscatello. Now Melgoza. Here's Hunt again. Top of the key. Can't hit the triple. Rebound goes out of bounds. It is last touched by Vanerath on its way out. Jagger Jackson will inbound on the far sideline. Gets it to Melgoza. Now to the hands of Hunt. Here's Melgoza with it again. Right extended arc. Here's Hunt in the far corner. Gives it up to Melgoza again. Melgoza now brings it along the left side. Looking underneath maybe for Hayden. Instead finds Hunt, who zips the pass to Hayden. Great passing leads to an easy 2 for the 6'5 senior Ryan Hayden. 17-10. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Bryce Peterson. Bryce Peterson, left-handed dribble, gives it up to Lassett Hankins, guarded by Melgoza on the right extended wing. Lassett Hankins jab steps left, drives right through 2 defenders, off the glass, won't get it. Peterson gets the rebound for KU. Dribbles into the corner, chucks up a triple, it's too strong. Rebound picked up by Ryan Hayden. He gives it up to Kai Hunt as the Vikings race ahead. Outlet pass to Jagger Jackson, he can't hit. Piscatello cleans it up, puts it back up and in. First points for Michael Piscatello, and we've got a whistle, timeout KU. Ed Case, his team trails 19-10. 6:22 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week after this.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
6:22 to go in the second quarter. Our score 19-10 here on mybasin.com. And on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KHEO, this is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. Vikings lead the Pelicans. Malcolm Lassett Hankins on the floor for KU, returning from an injury. Nice to see him back out there. Gives the pass up to Roland Vanerath. Comes up from the free throw line. The jumper's off the mark, and the Vikings collect the miss. Here's Kai Hunt. Throws it to Melgoza on the near side, guarded there by Vanerath. He's going to fake a handoff to Hunt, drive inside the paint, kicks it outside to Michael Piscatello. Piscatello goes baseline, up with the shot. The reverse layup is there for Michael Piscatello. The Vikings lead by 11, 21-10. 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Klamath Union looking for a response. Here's Lassett Hankins on the far side. Pass in the corner to Vanerath. Tries to go baseline. Instead gives it up to Lassett Hankins. Around the horn it goes into the hands of Grafton Wata. He finds Lassett Hankins for a mid-range jumper. Hangs on the rim. Doesn't go. Michael Piscatello jumps for the rebound. Pass comes ahead now to Melgoza near side. Guarded there by Vanerath. Lofting it underneath to Hayden. He's a big target, but he can't connect on the pass. Lassett Hankins with the takeaway. Driving all the way in. Bounce pass to Vanerath, who scores. Nice transition offense there for KU. Leads to an easy bucket. 21-12. 5:13 to go in the second quarter. Mazama leads KU. Here's Kai Hunt on the near wing. Takes a screen going right. Brings it around top of the key. Now Jagger Jackson between the circles. Right hand waist-high dribble. Jackson gives it up. Piscatello now on the far side. Guarded by Wata. Here's Melgoza top of the key. Now in the corner to Jagger Jackson. Trying to back down Grafton Wata. Wata tips it free. Takes it away. Grafton Wata outnumbered in transition, but he lays it in. For Wata, now 5 points. It's a 7-point difference. Mazama working the other way quickly. Dominic Melgoza goes up in the paint. He gets fouled. So Melgoza, who's got 4 points and split his previous trip to the line, gets 2 more free throws here. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week, of course brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com or on DoorDash. Melgoza awaiting his first free throw. Toes the line, stares at the rim. The shot is no good. He'll have a second. Tilden Kaufman checking in for KU, and Gabe Nanny back out there for Mazama. Here's the second free throw pending for Melgoza. The shot is no good. Hayden gets the miss. Pass goes outside to Jackson. He tries a triple straight away. Off the glass, no. And the rebound picked up by Peterson. Races along the near sideline. Gives it up to Lassett Hankins. Pass underneath to Tilden Kaufman. High off the glass, can't finish. And Jagger Jackson picks up the miss. Now it's Kai Hunt crossing the timeline. Fires a pass ahead to Dominic Melgoza. He's on the right block. Melgoza pump fakes. Gets 2 defenders to jump but can't finish. Gets his own miss. Now from the left side, he can't score again. Grafton Watan now with the miss. Brings it ahead the far side for KU. Around 3 defenders. Outside to Lassett Hankins. Straight away for Peterson. A triple. Got it. First 3 points for Bryce Peterson tonight brings KU within 4. 21-17. 4 minutes to go in the half. Here's Gabe Nanny near corner. Physical basketball in the corner. Gabe Nanny and Grafton Wata collide, and that's just one of the 2 sets of players on the floor. We'll have a foul. It'll be charged to Klamath Union. It'll be charged to Grafton Wata, his second. Looks like we're going to have a sub in for KU. And I want to say that this is Roman Case. There's a couple guys who don't have their numbers for just quite yet for KU. But here we go. Mazama inbounds. Here's Kai Hunt. Whips a pass to Jackson. Now to Piscatello in the corner. Here's Harrington straight away, guarded by Kaufman. Now Piscatello on the right extended arc, picked up there by Glidden. And a whistle away from the ball. They're going to say 3 in the key. This one's going against the Vikings. Here are the Pelicans. Malcolm Lassett Hankins has it on the left wing. Here's Bryce Peterson, top of the key. Tilden Kaufman gets a pass to Case on the far side. Pass comes now to Malcolm Lassett Hankins. He has it. He dribbles into a 3. Can't hit it. Rebound picked up by Jagger Jackson. Now to the hands of Kai Hunt. Hunt picked up by Peterson all the way, throws it to Jagger Jackson, now on the right wing, picked up by Lassett Hankins. Met at the arc, good defense by Lassett Hankins, leads to a turnover. Ryan Glidden takes it all the way in. His right-handed layup isn't good. Blows the open layup. Ryan Glidden can't believe it. Logan Harrington now has it from Mazama on the other side. Pass to Gabe Nanny on the right wing. Drives top of the key, throws it to Harrington near side. Harrington puts it on the deck, gets it to Jackson, around the defender. Jackson off the glass, can't score, but he's fouled. So at the line now is Jagger Jackson. He'll shoot a pair. The first free throw rattles home. Last time these two teams met for Jackson, it was 7 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists. Second free throw on the way. That one's good. 23-17 the score. 2:44 to go in the first half. Here's Case with it on the far side. Case guarded by Jackson. Gets the pass off to Malcolm Lassett Hankins. Now here's Tilden Kaufman, right wing. Now Peterson in the corner. Peterson guarded by Hunt in front of the Mazama bench. Gets rid of the pass to Kaufman. Now top of the key to Case. Case now back to Kaufman. Guarded there by Nanny. Here's Peterson, right wing. Peterson, left-hand dribble. Steps out beyond the arc. Now it's Kaufman on the left wing. 7 to shoot for KU. Guarded by Nanny. Here's Peterson. Peterson, top of the key. Switches to the right side. He shoots from the right elbow. Leaves it short. Rebound is going to result in a whistle. In fact, it'll be a shot clock violation against KU. .2:12 to go in the first half. Our score 23-17 in favor of the Vikings. Roland Vanerath checks in for Tilden Kaufman. Here's Gabe Nanny. This is Kai Hunt. Guarded by Trent Peterson up the floor. Hunt takes a screen right, gets it in the corner to Melgoza, spins around Vanerath, has it on the block, up off the glass, too strong. Rolls off into the hands of Ryan Glidden. Now here's KU the other way. Bryce Peterson on the far sideline. Gets it into Vanerath. He goes baseline. Met there by Piscatello, but his shot falls. Nice bucket for Roland Vanerath. Makes the score 23-19. 1:42 to go in the first half. Mazama leads KU. Kai Hunt loses a defender, finishes off the glass. Wow. Kai Hunt with a neat dribble into score. It's now 25-19. 1:30 to go in the first half. Bryce Peterson throws it to Case. Case has it right extended arc. Now back to Peterson. Pump fakes a triple. Thought twice. Takes a screen right. Now Malcolm Lassett Hankins on the left wing. At the top of the key, he gives it to Peterson on the far wing. Peterson triggers a triple. Too strong. Rebound goes out of bounds. It'll be Mazama basketball as Ryan Hayden gets ready to check in. And he'll sub in for Michael Piscatello. So Gabe Nanny inbounds to Kai Hunt. Hunt will bring it across the timeline for the Vikings, loosely guarded by Bryce Peterson, but he meets him at half court. Hunt switches to a right-hand dribble, gets around Peterson, unloads the pass to Melgoza now on the right wing, bounces it underneath to Nanny. It's poked free by Vanerath, saved from going out of bounds by Vanerath as well. And the Pelicans get possession. Here's Bryce Peterson walking it across for KU. Waist-high dribble on the right wing, gives it up to Glidden, top of the key. Now here's Case. Case takes a Glidden screen right. Free throw line jumper, banks it in. Roman Case, the bank is open. 25-21. It's Mazama who still leads. Shot clock and game clock separated by 5 seconds. Here's Kai Hunt, top of the key. Switches to a left-hand dribble. Around the defender, through three, and finishes. 27-21, 20 seconds to go in the first half. Klamath Union looking for points to end the half. Malcolm Lassett Hankins with the ball on his hip has yet to dribble. Here he goes, right hand. Not guarded, well beyond the arc. Here's Ryan Glidden. Now Peterson dribbles up to the arc, takes a Glidden screen, gives it up to Lassett Hankins with 5, pump fakes a 3, 3 seconds on the drive. Peterson loses it out of bounds. That'll be the end of the first half. 27-21, Mazama leads Klamath Union. We'll be back with some first half stats after this. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
It is halftime at Mazama High School, Valhalla Court, the site of tonight's Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. And at halftime, it is the Mazama Vikings who lead the Klamath Union Pelicans 27-21. Let's introduce you to the leading scorers, and we'll start with the Vikings, who are led right now by Kai Hunt with 9 points. Dominic Melgoza has 6. We've also got 4 from Michael Piscatello, 3 from Ryan Hayden, and Jordan Beals also has 3. Gabe Nanny has 2, and Jagger Jackson has 1. Those are your scorers right now for Mazama. For Klamath Union, they are paced right now in twofold by Roland Vanrath and Grafton Wata with 5 each. 4 points for Ryan Glidden, 3 for Bryce Peterson, and 2 for Landon Bogate. The first quarter came up all Mazama. They led 15-8 after the first quarter, but Klamath Union outscoring Mazama in the second quarter 13-12, and although it was just by 1 point, Klamath Union played a heck of a lot better in the second quarter. Mazama, though, good work on the glass has given them a lot of second chance opportunities, and they've also hit the 3 ball once. Klamath Union has also hit 1 triple as well, and so that's where we find ourselves right now. They score of 27-21. What's on the line for both of these teams? Well, let's take a look at the Skyline Conference standings heading into today's contest. Mazama is in second place, a half game back of the Phoenix Pirates, who are 7-2. Mazama, of course, 6-2. A win here would pull them even with the Phoenix Pirates, and if both teams win out the rest of the way, would set up a Skyline Conference finale. A rubber match between the Pirates and the Vikings in the final game of the season would not only decide the season series, but would also decide the Skyline Conference champion. Hidden Valley and Klamath Union in the mix for third place, both of them trying to get to that spot. It does mean your season continues. You don't get an automatic bid to the 16-team playoff, but you do have an opportunity to play in to that playoffs. Klamath Union, if they're able to climb out of fourth place and into third place, they would have that opportunity. Right now, they have actually played an extra game than Hidden Valley, and tonight would make it 2 extra games. The Mustangs have contests to make up against Henley next week, and so the Hornets, by the way, at the bottom of the conference, they are 0-8 in Skyline Conference play. Hey, we're wishing happy birthday to Superfan Steve. I was wondering what Mr. Tom Keller was singing about. Got to honor our friend Superfan Steve, always here at the Mazama games. He's up at Oregon Tech for every game that we can as well. If there is a fan of high school and just sports in the Klamath Basin in general, it is Stevie. So always love you, Stevie. And I don't know if he's listening down there. Sometimes he's got us in his headphones. If I know Stevie, he's probably listening to Oregon Tech right about now. They're up at LC State. They are playing the Warriors for a chance to clinch second place in the Cascade Collegiate Conference. As we take a look now at Oregon Tech, just to give you an update of where they are against the Warriors, tied up at 39 at halftime. Hoping Tech can try to get a win as they head up to Walla Walla, Washington tomorrow for a game against the Wolves, a team which is, frankly, not very good this year in the Cascade Conference. Walla Walla, in their previous two games, gave up 133 points and 110 points. Last four times they've played Oregon Tech, they've given up 99 points or more in each of those games. So Tech should have a pretty good chance tomorrow, but tonight's the one you want to win against the Warriors. Again, at halftime, they're tied up at 39. It is halftime here at Valhalla Court as well. And at halftime, it is the Mazama Vikings who lead the Klamath Union Pelicans 27-21. The Vikings again trying to pull even in the race for a championship. In the Skyline Conference, the Pelicans trying to hold on hope for a play-in spot. Second half action is ahead as we take a break, our last one of the halftime show, and the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge back with you, a Valentine's Day edition of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us here on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and on mybasin.com. As we get ready for the third quarter of action tonight between the Mazama Vikings and the Klamath Union Pelicans, it is Mazama who leads 27-21. It will be the Pelicans who start with the ball coming out of the break. The five on the floor for them, it's Bryce Peterson, Roland Vanerath, Grafton Wata, Ryan Glidden, and Landon Bogate. Mazama still yet to send their five out. 20 seconds remain in halftime technically, so they're going to take advantage of it. The Vikings, again, looking to hold on for a win today and potentially pull even in the race for first in the Skyline Conference. And for a team that is senior-led, it's got to feel good to put it all together this season. What a turnaround after last season. A really kind of aimless season for the Vikings. Have seen them turn it around in a huge way now in a race for a conference championship. Here we go. 5 on the floor for Mazama to start. It is Jordan Beals, Dominic Melgoza, Ryan Hayden, Kai Hunt, and Gabe Nanny. Pass from the top of the key intended for Ryan Glidden goes out of bounds. It was actually poked out of bounds by a Viking. As the Pelicans have it, they'll go from right to left. It's Bryce Peterson to inbound at the baseline. He'll loft it high, top of the key to Roland Vanerath. He's guarded there by Melgoza. Now Landon Bogate has it on the right elbow, turns around, spins a shot off the glass that won't go. Kai Hunt with the rebound. Outlet pass to Gabe Nanny. In close, he scores. That's how we start the second half with 2 points for Gabe Nanny. Give him 4 for the game and an 8-point lead for the Vikings. Now here's Ryan Glidden, top of the key. Bryce Peterson now right side. Steps back for a straightaway triple. It's wide left, air ball. Vikings fans going to let him know it across the way. So it'll be Mazama to inbound at the baseline away from the basket. Gabe Nanny inbounds to Dominic Melgoza. He'll walk it across the half court. He's met there by Roland Vanerath. Gives a pass to Jordan Beals on the far side. Beals exited the game with about 4 minutes to go in the first quarter with 3 fouls. Here he has it on the right block. Pump fakes, goes up with the shot, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. He's an important part of this team, Jordan Beals. He had 3 points in the 4 minutes he played in that first quarter, but again with 3 fouls, he sat the entire rest of the first half. Now he's back out there, and he'll be shooting free throws. Jordan Beals makes his first. Last time out between these two teams, Jordan Beals only had 1 point. He has quadrupled that total now, up to 4, and a chance to make it 5 with a make here. And he does. Mazama up by 10. 31-21, 7:03 to go in the third quarter. Here's Malcolm Lassett-Hankins, skips across the timeline, gives it up to Ryan Glidden, left extended arc. Here's Bogate now straight away. Bogate knifes it between his legs, right hand pass over to Malcolm Lassett-Hankins. Here's Wata. Rata from the right elbow, can't hit. The rebound picked up by Kai Hunt underneath. Races ahead for Mazama. Kai Hunt in transition, met top of the key by Roland Vanerath, backs out well beyond the arc, like 30 feet away, now into the corner, tries to go baseline, loses the dribble, and it is going to go out of bounds. Possession goes to KU. So it'll be Roland Vanerath inbounds to Malcolm Lassett-Hankins, lets the ball roll to half court, picks it up there. Lassett-Hankins into the front court. Fakes a pass left, goes right to Wata. Wata tries to drive against Hunt, but loses it. Hunt gets the pass in transition, up against Glidden and scores. 33-21, 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Roland Vanerath has it top of the key. Now Lassett-Hankins on the left extended arc, gives it back to Vanerath. Loosely guarded by Kai Hunt. Around the horn go the Pelicans into the hands of Wata. Wata takes a right screen, pulls up a triple, can't hit it. Hit off the front of the rim and into the hands of Jordan Beals. Vikings come the other way. Here's Melgoza lofting a pass underneath to Hayden. It is a tie-up between Hayden and Glidden. They're going to say that Glidden fouled. No, they're going to say Hayden fouled. Wow. It'll be the Pelicans who get possession. Hayden picks up his second foul. That's the first for the Vikings this period. Again, they lead 33-21, 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Roland Vanerath takes the inbound pass, gives it right back to Lassett-Hankins behind the back dribble as he crosses half court. He's talking to Coach Case, brings it along the near sideline, brings it back out beyond the key. Now to the hands of Wata, gives it back to Lassett-Hankins, stops there, tries to loft it to Wata, but it's taken away by Hayden. Outlet pass to Gabe Nanny. He is fouled in transition, not on the shot. That'll be the second team foul for KU this period, and they're going to charge the foul to Roland Vanerath, his second. Kai Hunt to inbound at the baseline underneath the bucket for Mazama. Hunt looking for Hayden at first. He'll have to find someone new. Finds Melgoza on the left block. Outside to Hayden in the left corner. Pardon me, that's Hunt in the left corner. Tries to go baseline with it. Through to two defenders. Reverse layup, no. Roland Vanerath picks up the rebound. Gives it up to Lassett Hankins. Fires a pass ahead to Grafton Wata. Wata now in the corner to Bogate. Triggers a three, no. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Pels. No, pardon me, it'll go to the Vikings. You can see the Pelican offense trying to get Grafton Wata more involved. The team's leader in scoring only had 5 first-half points. He's still there with 3 minutes gone in the third. His team trails by 12. Here's Dominic Melgoza, guarded by Lassett Hankins, all the way up the floor. Now Beals on the right wing, guarded by Bogate. Here's Gabe Nanny in the near corner. Lofts a pass to Melgoza. Down underneath to Hayden. Pump fakes, up with the shot. Got Wata to jump and scores. 5 points for Ryan Hayden. Mazama up by 14. Building on this lead, they have outscored Klamath Union 8-0. In the first 3.5 minutes in this period. Here's Landon Bogate trying to drive the right lane. Up with the shot off the glass. It's too strong. He gets his own miss. Loses it into the hands of Gabe Nanny. Vikings outnumbered 3-2 in transition, so they'll reset. Here's Beals with it on the far side. Beals right-hand dribble all the way in. He's fouled on the shot. He'll shoot a pair. Jordan Beals with 5 points in the ball game. So far, he is perfect at the line, 3 of 3. As Jagger Jackson gets ready to check in a moment, we'll see if he subs in for Beals or if he comes in after this free throw. Here's the first one from Beals. It is good, and it looks like Jackson is coming in for the shooter, so he'll have to wait for a moment as Mazama extends their lead now out to 15 points. Second one on the way from Beals. Here it is. That one is no good. Long rebound is picked up by Ryan Hayden. He's shoved out of bounds. Possession goes to KU. Sub in, Jagger Jackson in for Beals. KU has it. Roland Vanerath inbounds on the far sideline. Bounces it into Lassett Hankins, who's directing traffic for the Pelicans. Brings it up top of the key, met there by Melgoza. Lassett Hankins passes left to Bogate. Bogate tries a three, front iron, no. Rebound is picked up by Hayden. He'll hand it off to Kai Hunt, who brings it up for the Vikings. Guarded all the way up by Vanerath. Dribbles behind his back, passes to Gabe Nanny on the left wing. Pump fakes a three, drives inside to the left elbow. A shot at the rim is good. Gabe Nanny with 6 points now. The Vikings continue to build this lead. Now 38-21, 3:50 to go in the third. Pelicans still looking for their first points in this half. Here's Landon Bogate now on the left wing. And a shot inside. It's going to lead to free throws, it looks like, for Landon Bogate. In the first half, Landon only shot 1 free throw. He missed it, and he misses his second here. He's got 4 total points and a second free throw pending. Second free throw is good there for Bogate. First points of the second half for KU. Here's Mazama on the other side. Ryan Hayden dribbles in. Tough finish at the cup for Ryan Hayden. 40-22 our score right now. Here's Malcolm Lassett Hankins. Steps back along mid-range in the near corner. Won't go. And Ryan Hayden picks up the miss. Kai Hunt rifles a pass ahead to Jagger Jackson. Jackson can't save it from going out of bounds. The Pels take it back. Checking into the game, I believe this is Reese Johnson. Number 14 checking into the game, a sophomore. He's actually the starting quarterback, or was, for Klamath Union this year. So Reese Johnson has checked into the game. Here now is Landon Bogate. Brings it up top of the key, gives it up to Johnson, now to the hands of Lassett Hankins. Here's Wata. Wata steps into a triple string music. Malcolm Lassett Hankins with the assist. Grafton Wata with the score. First made field goal of this half for Klamath Union. Brings him within 15, 40-25, 2.5 to go. Here's Gabe Nanny. He'll take a screen left, try to respond with a triple. It's too strong. Rebound tipped around It is won by Jagger Jackson. Rolls a pass out to Kai Hunt between the legs of Wata. Hunt whips a pass to Nanny on the right wing. Now back to Hunt. Hunt has it beyond the arc, well extended near half court, guarded by Vanerath. Now Melgoza lofts it underneath to Hayden. Back to the basket. Hayden scores. Nice quarter here for Ryan Hayden. He's got 6 points this quarter and 9 for the game. His team leads Klamath Union 42-25. 2 minutes to go in the third. Here's Johnson. Hands it off to Wata. He'll try one from way downtown and hits. Grafton Wata trying to will his team back into this game with a couple of back-to-back made triples. 42-28, the Pelicans trail the Vikings. Jagger Jackson looking to respond on the other side. He's fouled on the drive. And that'll be on the floor. Charge the foul to Bogate, his third, as Jordan Beals gets ready to check in for Jagger Jackson. Gabe Nanny to inbound on the baseline for the Vikes. Nanny guarded by Wata on the inbound. Tries to get it to Hayden. It's poked free. Thought by Johnson. In fact, it's Hayden who last touched it. So the Pelicans get the ball back. Got an opportunity to try to surge back into this one here late in the third quarter. They can get the ball to Wata. They do. Wata has it top of the key. He has his pocket picked by Kai Hunt. Hunt against Vanerath in transition. Hunt scores through contact. No whistle, but a fantastic finish by Kai Hunt. 44-28. Mazama leads, a minute 19 to go in the third. Bogate dribbles into the corner, loses it. Mazama ball. Boy, and just as Klamath Union thought they had momentum, back-to-back ugly turnovers. And Mazama has an opportunity to inbound with a minute 16 to go in the third. Dominic Melgoza has it. He had 6 first-half points. He's still there now. A minute 11 to go in the third. 44-28, Mazama leads. Gabe Nanny whips a pass to Jordan Beals on the arc. Now Melgoza has it one step inside the perimeter left side. Skips a pass underneath to Hayden. Hayden double-teamed on the block. Outside to Hunt. Fakes a pass right. Guarded there by Vanerath. Hunt has it. Lofts it underneath. It hit the rim. I'm not sure if that was a shot or a pass that was too high. Regardless, the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by the Pelicans. And so the Vikings will get to inbound. Shot clock does not reset. Here's Melgoza. Now Hunt. Hunt, top of the key, 3. Back iron, no. The rebound is going to wind up out of bounds, I believe. And Tilden Kaufman will inbound for the Pelicans, down 44-28, 45 seconds to go. In the third quarter, that is. Malcolm Lassett-Hankins dribbles up top of the key, throws it to Vanerath now near side. Vanerath guarded there by Hunt. Takes a screen left, kicks it back out to Wata for a corner 3, too strong. Rebound picked up by Beals, 30 seconds to go, shot clock is off. Kai Hunt bounces a pass inside to Nanny from the mid-range, leaves it short. Ryan Hayden with the miss. Tries to get a pass out to Nanny. It's into the hands of KU. Grafton Wata misses the dunk in transition. Roland Vanerath goes back up with the shot. He can't score, but he's fouled. Grafton Wata tried to slam jam a dunk home, but he couldn't do it. Ultimately, though, leading to free throws for Roland Vanerath, a chance to get the points at the line for KU. And we'll have a sub come in as it looks like Michael Piscatello checks in. Grafton Wata checks out for KU. Bryce Peterson in his stead. So here we go. Free throw on the way for Vanerath. Trying to make it 14 points a difference. The first free throw from Vanerath is good. First points of the second half for the senior for KU. He's got 6 total for the ball game. Second one on the way for Vanerath. Leaves that one short. Rebound in the hands of Melgoza. Now with 12 seconds and counting, the Vikings can have the last shot of the quarter. Here's Melgoza. Gets it to Hunt. Hunt well beyond the arc now with 5. Takes a screen left. Loses the dribble. Picks it up with 2. It's a whistle. A push is going to go against Roland Vanerath. And with 1.5 seconds to go in the period, that is the bonus now for Mazama. Kai Hunt will get free throws. So far in the game, 13 points for the senior from Mazama. These are his first free throws. And the first one's no good. A couple of subs in for Mazama. Drake Peters in. Jagger Jackson in. Gabe Nanny and Jordan Beals to the bench. And more free throws on the way for Kai Hunt. That one is good. Mazama up 45-29, 1.5 seconds to go. Peterson is going to tip it out of bounds. That will end the third quarter. Mazama surging, 45-29, the score after 3. We'll be back to wrap this one up for you after this. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on 92.9, 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
(45-29) the score in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. The Mazama Vikings lead the Klamath Union Pelicans. Here we go with the fourth quarter beginning right now. Jagger Jackson has it for Mazama. Pass it on the near side to Drake Peters. Has it on the right arc. Dumps it underneath to Michael Piscatello. Spins around to his right, but he's too strong off the glass. Lassett Hankins fires a pass ahead to Grafton Wata. Wata loses it. He actually travels. Thought he might have been poked free before he took the step. Regardless, a travel called against Grafton. As 16 points separate the Vikings from the Pelicans. Mazama outscored KU in that third quarter 18-9 to build this lead. Here's Melgoza giving it up to Jackson on the left wing. Dribbles it around top of the key. Pass underneath intended for Peters. Stolen by Lassett Hankins. Passes ahead to Vanerath. Vanerath splits the defense. Loses the ball for a moment. Recollects. It's Glidden underneath. Pump fakes. Up with the shot. Too strong. Rebound picked up by Piscatello. Now to the hands of Kai Hunt. Hunt will bring it across the floor now for Mazama. He dribbles up, met there by Peterson. Picked up now by Melgoza with the ball guarded by Wata. Wata has it top of the key, almost lost it. It's Drake Peters who gets it. Peters skates to the cup and scores. First points tonight for Drake Peters is the first points in the fourth quarter, 47-29. Mazama leads KU. Here's Vanerath with it top of the key. Roland Vanerath. Trying to find Wata and does. Wata from way downtown can't hit. Kai Hunt lets the ball go out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball. Grafton Wata really trying anything he can here to get his team back in. But the three ball hasn't been falling for him like it usually does. 2 made triples, both in the third quarter. He's only got 11 total points. That does lead his team. But for a guy who averages near 20, Pell's looking for more from him. Here's Kai Hunt dribbling against Bryce Peterson. Nice skip pass underneath to Piscatello. He's fouled. Charge the foul to Malcolm Lassett Hankins. And they're going to say Piscatello was shooting on that. No. Okay. Instead, it is going to be an inbound pass for Kai Hunt. Hunt bounces it into Peters, gives it back to Hunt. Thought about a triple, tried to give it back to Peters, but no one was home. Malcolm Lassett Hankins with the steal. He's into the front court. He dribbles up to the arc, goes between his legs, around the defender, finds Glidden, cutting to the cup. Glidden can't score. And the rebound picked up by Drake Peters. Gives it to Kai Hunt, who crosses half court from Mazama. Kai Hunt lofts it underneath to Piscatello. Another easy layup that's blown by Mazama. Both teams trading easy misses here in the fourth. Lassett Hankins dribbles it up to the arc. Between his legs, backs out. Here's Wata for a left wing three, front iron. Rebound is picked up by Glidden. Kicks it out to Peterson. He'll try one and scores from downtown. Bryce Peterson, his second made triple of the night, give him 6 total points. And Klamath Union back within 15, 47-32. 5:40 to go in the fourth. Here's Kai Hunt, a strong take, guarded by Lassett Hankins. He misses the layup. Now Klamath Union coming the other way. Bryce Peterson around 3 defenders. Goes up with the shot. It is out of bounds, and Klamath Union takes it. Gabe Nanny checks in for Mazama. Landon Bogate in for the Pels. Bogate in for Bryce Peterson. Gabe Nanny for Mazama subbed in, I think, for Drake Peters. Grafton Wata takes the inbound pass, dribbles to the free throw line, fires up a shot that doesn't go. And Kai Hunt picks up the rebound. Walks it into the front court, met there by Bogate. Pass into the corner to Nanny, thought about a triple, gives it back to Hunt well beyond the arc, left side. Hunt guarded by Bogate, puts it on the deck, left-hand waist-high dribble. Bogate closes in on defense, throws it to Melgoza coming off a screen, top of the key. Here's Hunt, off a screen himself, for 3, bang! 50-32 and a triple from Gabe Nanny, his first made from distance this game. 4:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Ryan Glidden, gives it up to Lassett Hankins, takes a screen, top of the key. Lassett Hankins now Vanerath. Vanerath driving inside, into the paint, up with the shot, he's fouled. Vanerath will shoot a pair. Roland Vanerath with 6 total points for the ball game. He is 2 of 4 at the free throw line in previous trips. Vanerath's first free throw is off the back of the rim, no good. Second free throw coming up now for Vanerath. That one is good. 50-33, 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Mazama into the front court, led by Kai Hunt. Doesn't take the screen right, drives left all the way in and scores. A nice take and a better score for Kai Hunt. Here's Klamath Union looking to respond. Lassett Hankins has it, dribbles behind his back, guarded by Jagger Jackson. Lassett Hankins kicks a pass to Ryan Glidden at the free throw line. His mid-range jumper is good. Glidden now with 6 points. Those are his first points of the second half. And a timeout is called by Coach Ryan Millsap of the Vikings. Will take it with him. His team leads 52-35. 4:09 to go in the ball game. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Valhalla Court on the campus of Mazama High School for the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. It's the hometown Vikings who lead the visiting Pelicans 52-35 here about midway through the fourth quarter. Vikings with the win would pull even with Phoenix in the Skyline Conference standings. The Pelicans would slip further into fourth place. Not quite playing for the season yet. Although you don't want to let this one and the rest of the season get too far away from you. Still plenty to play for in the last 4:09 of this one. Michael Piscatello inbounds for Mazama. Gets it in the backcourt to Melgoza, who now is into the front court. Guarded by Wata, well beyond the arc. Gives up a pass to Nanny, picked up by Bogate. Now it is Jagger Jackson. Whips a pass to Kai Hunt, now guarded by Bogate. Left extended arc. Here's Melgoza now on the right side. Melgoza puts it on the deck. Left-hand dribble, now into the hands of Nanny. Nanny well beyond the arc. Here's Jagger Jackson between the circles. Now it's Kai Hunt. Kai Hunt around the defenders, gets to the free throw line, up with the shot, can't hit it. Piscatello picks up the rebound, bounces it outside the Jackson. Jackson trapped in the corner. Now Melgoza has it. Here's Kai Hunt as the Vikings offense resets. 28 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to try to drain this one out. Here's Gabe Nanny standing on the half-court logo. Tries to get a pass to Jagger Jackson. It's just miscommunication there. Ball goes out of bounds. Pelicans take it as Tilden Kaufman checks in for Grafton Wata. 3:29 to go in the ball game. Mazama still up 52-35. Klamath Union inbounds to Lassette Hankins. He'll take his time before picking up the ball, crossing on the far sideline. Fakes a pass to Bogate, dribbles in, gives it up to Glidden. Now it is Tilden Kaufman, has his pocket picked by Melgoza. Melgoza goes all the way in and scores. Tried to get a foul out of it too, but instead he'll just take the 2 points. 54-35, Klamath Union looking for a response. Logan Vanderath bodies his way in on the baseline, scores and one. Nice take and score by Roland Vanderath, earning himself an extra free throw in his effort. The score right now 54-37 as Coach Millsap empties the bench. 5 out there now for the Vikings. Deshaun Carter, Drake Peters, Connor Baker, and Kai Hunt, along with Logan Harrington. At the free throw line is Vanderath for his and one opportunity. He converts. And so the score now is 54-38. Mazama in front. Here's Kai Hunt leading the charge for his team. Nice pass inside to Harrington, who can't finish. Malcolm Lassette Hankins cleans up the miss for KU, leading the charge. Here's Landon Bogate on the right wing, guarded there by Harrington. Bogate tries to go baseline, spins around to his right side. He gets inside and charges through Deshaun Carter. Carter stood his ground, the senior getting some good playing time here at home, and a whistle will allow one final sub to come in for Mazama. Welcome to the game, sophomore Brody Mahone. The reserves in for the Vikings. We'll see how long it takes for Coach Case to get his guys in. Mazama thinking they just got to shore this one up. It's hard to disagree with them right now. 54-38 the score with only 2:40 to go. Deshaun Carter has it guarded by Lassette Hankins. Deshaun Carter gets rid of a pass now to Mahone. Mahone has it top of the key, hands it to Peters beyond the arc. Peters trying to direct a little bit of traffic, guarded by Glidden, well beyond the arc. Now here's Mahone again, left wing, guarded by Vanderath. Mahone drives inside, his shot blocked by Vanderath. KU gets it, outlet pass to Lassette Hankins, who lays it up and in with the right hand. First points of the game tonight for Lassette Hankins. Brings Klamath Union within 14 with 2:10 to go. Logan Harrington gets a pass to Mahone. Mahone can't corral it, but it's Peters who picks up the loose ball. Now Deshaun Carter, right extended arc, picked up there by Lassette Hankins. Tries to get a pass to Mahone again. Mahone picks it up but travels while picking up the loose ball. And so now subbing in for Klamath Union is it is Tristan Klecker into the game now for the Pels. Malcolm Lassette Hankins takes it after the inbound, has it now top of the key, throws a pass to Kaufman, thought about a triple, then drives right. Kaufman has it beyond the arc, now to the hands of Vanderath straight away. Here's Lassette Hankins for a right corner three. It's a high arcing shot that doesn't go. The rebound tipped around into the hands of Deshaun Carter. And he'll give it up to Brody Mahone, who crosses the timeline now for the Vikings with 1:37 to go. A loose ball is won by Tilden Kaufman. Kaufman goes all the way in and scores. First points of the night for Tilden Kaufman, 54-43, 1:23 to go. Brody Mahone beyond the arc with his back to the basket, gives it up to Harrington, guarded way beyond the arc by Tilden Kaufman. Now here's Carter with it, half court. Carter gives it up to Drake Peters, right extended arc, now into the hands of Mahone, left side. Mahone, left-handed dribble, gives it up to Harrington, now picked up by Kaufman. Here's Carter with it between the circles, now into the hands of Peters. Peters has it right side. The Vikings content with draining the clock. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Harrington now with 5. Harrington with 3, fires up a triple, no good. There is Peters trying to get the rebound back up, but he can't get it. Klamath Union has it. Landon Bogate drives all the way in. A right-handed floater shot hangs on the rim, doesn't go, but KU keeps possession. Now checking into the game for Mazama is number 20. Don't have a number 20 on my roster, so apologize to the young man who's checking into the game with 44 seconds to go. Welcome to the game. Here is Malcolm Lassette Hankins, bounces it to Vanderath on the right block, gets around Carter, skips a pass to Lassette Hankins, can't finish with the right hand, but he gets his own miss, back up with the shot, this time he scores. 10-point game, 34 seconds to go. And Malcolm Lassette Hankins, I think he might have hurt himself going back up for that second shot. He'll sub out. Bryce Peterson comes in. Hope that he's all right. I know he was dealing with an injury before coming into this game, missed some practice. In fact, didn't start this game because he missed those games of practice. And now exiting the game with potentially an injury, 30 seconds to go in a game that's frankly already decided. Vanerath is going to foul Brody Mahone. And it's a 10-point game with 30 seconds left to go. Klamath Union might try to send Mazama to the free throw line as Brody Mahone goes over and back after taking the inbound pass. The Pelicans will have it with the shot clock off, trailing by 10. They're going to hope for a quick three and see if they can make something happen. But again, with 27 seconds left in the 10-point game, yeah, this lead's fairly insurmountable. Bryce Peterson chucks up a triple. It's off the mark. Rebound goes out of bounds. As Connor Baker watches that one sail into the first row. He will inbound. And he gets it into Brody Mahone. Guarded by Vanerath. Once he gets into the front court, he can't do it. The Vikings nearly turn the ball over. And they do turn the ball over. Nice defense there by Bryce Peterson. Given supreme effort until the end. Here's Peterson giving it up to Bogate in the front court. Bogate kicks it in the near corner to Kaufman. Kaufman has it now with 7. Vanerath in the paint with 5. He scores with 4. And that will bring us to final score tonight. 54-46 is the final here in the gym. The Mazama Vikings beating the Klamath Union Pelicans and moving even to first place in the Skyline Conference. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll recap this one for you and set you up for the season finales over the next couple of weeks. It's all coming up on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Final score in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week sees the Mazama Vikings victorious over the Klamath Union Pelicans 54-46. Let's run down the leading scorers, and we'll start with the Vikings, who are led by Kai Hunt with 17 points, 9 from each Ryan Hayden and Gabe Nanny, 8 from Dominic Melgoza, 6 for Jordan Beals, 4 for Michael Piscatello, 2 for Drake Peters, and 1 for Jagger Jackson. Your scorers tonight for the Vikings. For the Pelicans, they were led by Grafton Wata with 11. Roland Vanerath had 10, 6 from Bryce Peterson and Ryan Glidden, 4 for Malcolm Lassett Hankins, 3 for Landon Bogate, and 2 for Tilden Kaufman. Your scorers tonight for the Klamath Union Pelicans. With this win for Mazama, they pull even in the race for a Skyline Conference championship with the Phoenix Pirates. as they are now each 7-2, setting us up for a potential great season finale between the Vikings and the Pirates. We'll take a look ahead at that in just a moment. Meantime, the Pelicans fall to 4-6 in Skyline Conference play. They are 8-14 overall, sliding further out of the postseason picture with just 2 more games to go. It becomes a must-win scenario on Tuesday for the Pelicans as they travel to Murphy, Oregon, to play the Hidden Valley Mustangs and try to pull a bit closer to those Mustangs for the race for third place in the Skyline Conference. Well, that's what's next for Klamath Union, is that game on Tuesday against Hidden Valley. They will wrap up the season on Friday against Phoenix next week. Meantime, for Mazama, they will play Henley on Tuesday the 18th before playing Hidden Valley on Friday, and then they will close the season on Tuesday the 25th against Phoenix. Again, potentially a Skyline Conference championship game there. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. I want to thank everybody involved in tonight's broadcasts, all 4 head coaches for getting with us before the games tonight. Mr. John Nahar of the KU girls, Mindy Holbrook of the Mazama girls, Ryan Millsap for the Mazama boys, and Ed Case for the Klamath Union boys for making sure we had everything we needed before the broadcast tonight. And, of course, Mr. Ian O'Brien, who was he is the athletic director here at Mazama, allowing us to set up here on the mezzanine and have a great spot to call a basketball game. 2 games tonight. One saw Klamath Union defeat Mazama. That was the varsity girls game, finished 44-26. The boys, though, it was the Vikings who bested the Pelicans 54-46. My name is Josh Eldridge. Again, thank you so much for joining us on a Valentine's Day edition of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. Be sure you check out our website, mybasin.com, for details about everything going on in the Klamath Basin. Until then, happy Valentine's Day and good night from Valhalla Court at Mazama High School.